addicted to success.
What's up? Welcome to your favorite podcast, The Ain't Shit Show, the home of booze, views, and unpopular opinions. I want to thank y'all for joining us for episode 131.
131.
My name is Fresh, and I'm one half of the PodGods. And with me is the best man in all the podcast land, my right-hand man, Mr. Tighe.
Hola, eh? Hope y'all all right. Happy Tuesday.
Hola.
And whatever day you may be listening to this, you know the drill. Hope you've had a good time in our absence.
Yes, we have been gone long time. No see to be here and to you guys listening. You know how it is. Life be life, man. And you know, the fact that we don't get paid to do this. So sometimes we gotta shuffle some things. You know what I'm saying? We have to make some priorities, but I missed you guys. I missed you, B. How have you been?
You know, life's been life, you know what I'm saying? Ups and downs, but
ain't that
overall it'll be, you know, it's, I'm still here, so I ain't tripping, you know what I mean? It's just, bumps and bruises and, you know, wins and sunny days, you know what I mean? It's always a combination of the two, so take it as you can.
True.
Mm-hmm. Otherwise, though, I'm pretty good. How about you?
Actually, the same on my end. I feel like, especially these last 2 weeks, have really been a roller coaster for me. I think you said it perfectly when you said, you know, ups and downs, you know, wins and losses and all those things. I think a bunch of great things have happened in the past 2 weeks and some fucked up things has happened as well. One of my friends of well over 20 years, might be fucking 25 years at this point in time, suddenly passed away, man. And
sorry to hear that. That sucks.
Yeah, it got me kind of fucked up, you know, and
it's nothing like death to do that.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And then when it's you know, we had a lot going on and street beefs and things like that, and then you got COVID on top of that, and you know what I mean? And then when you got somebody that just passes away young, seemingly healthy, passes away and unexpected, and you don't really know why. You don't know what happened. It kind of has you, you know, it just has you fucked up. And I want to dedicate this show to her, to my friend Antoinette. Antoinette, we went to high school together. We went to college together. Same freshman dorm, all that, and been friends ever since. Shout out to her. You know, be like, it have you thinking about like, the last time you see people. I mean, yeah, everything. But like, not knowing the last time gonna be the last time type thing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, I'm sensing a pattern with like death in my life of significant people in my life. Not that anyone's death is insignificant, but people that I was closer to. And, me and Antoinette, you know, I told you we've been friends for 25 years, but as far as us going out and hanging out, like going out, getting drunk, all that bullshit, you know what I'm saying? Like we hadn't did that in a long time. Like she from DC, and when I go home, we see each other, we hang out, you know, we'll go and get some food, you know, like little stuff like that. But like homecoming, like we turned up, you know what I mean? Like we turned up, and I hadn't turned up with her in like so fucking long, and she wasn't even going to go to homecoming. And, we talked her into going to homecoming. Her mom was real close, you know what I'm saying? And she was telling us to, she was like, nah, I ain't going. It's my mom's birthday. And we like, man, you know what I mean? You see your mama every day because they live together. They've always lived together. You know what I'm saying? So we like, you see your mama every day. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't even no milestone birthday. Like, come the fuck out. You know what I'm saying? So she came on out and we had a ball. You know what I'm saying? We had a ball, and that was last year, you know, homecoming. And so much has has changed since then. But I'm like, you know, I posted pictures of her and I'm just like, damn, I didn't know that this picture that I took of you would be the picture that I would use to say, you know what I'm saying, rest in peace. So
right.
Anyway, you know.
Yeah, I get it.
It's just a little hard pill to swallow, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah, man, I get it. My much apologies and not apologies, but my condolences and you know, I understand like that losing people shit is fucking pits. Like that shit is the pits, like in all aspects of it. But Jamie, one of our friends of the show and
what's up, Jamie?
Her cousin passed away. She's been experiencing a lot of death, so shout out to Jamie. I know she was in the dumps last week when I spoke to her or whatever. But so yeah, anybody dealing with loss, you know, due to COVID or any other extenuating circumstance out there that we have to, you know, face aside from a whole nother spooky pandemic outside, like my heart goes out to you because again, I understand that shit and that shit blows and it never like. It's never easy. No way to shape it, form it, twist it. You know what I mean? It's just part of life. And
listen,
life's hard.
Do what you got to do, man. Live it though. That's what I'm saying.
You got to live.
Make sure you live it.
But it's hard.
Make sure you live it. It is hard.
It's hard.
But you got to make sure that you are not out here going to work, coming home, going to work, coming home, going to work, coming home. Like, you gotta do something in between that, man. Like, you shouldn't just be going to work and then prepping to go to work. And I get it. Like, some people they don't have no other choice. You know what I'm saying? They work damn long, tiring hours, and then all you have time for is to do that. But, you know, there also are a lot of people who don't take vacations. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't take their vacation time. You know what I'm saying? From work. Like, you have people I know people who don't take vacations just so they can cash the vacation money out and get the money. And the vacation money taxed like a bonus. So it's taxed at like 40% And then they take that money and do what with it? Don't have nothing to account for it. Like, we have to start putting value on.
You can't always make time. You can't make time. I mean, you can you know what I'm saying? You can make time, but it's the shit that you can't pay for time. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you can
exactly.
Pay for anything. Like, fuck that.
Exactly.
As soon as you die and motherfucker, like, from anxiety and stress from your job and not taking days off and decompressing, motherfucker gonna have your position right up online. New available position. They're gonna have a rec with HR and that shit gonna be on the online and backfill your spot.
I told you my VP died. Like, you would think at that level they would make some type of a fuss. Didn't.
Yeah, nah.
Hey, everybody, listen, such and such passed away. This person gonna be filling in until we find a replacement. And here's how some assignments have been shifted. Everybody good? Like, that's basically how the call went.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, damn, like, you think a person at that level, you know what I'm saying? They at least have nothing. So, you know.
Yeah, nah.
And you know, at any other level, they ain't gonna give a fuck about none of that. So, live life, man. Find ways and live life. You don't want to just look back and be like, oh, I worked. And you don't know when you won't wake up or when something is going to happen. We're not guaranteed. You know, I saw it was a quote or something, and I'm paraphrasing because I can't remember exactly how it went, but it hit me because it was speaking on procrastination. And it was like, imagine you being, you feeling like you're obligated to get another day to do what you could have did yesterday. Like, the God gotta give you that. You feel entitled.
Yeah, I mean, that's entitled. Yeah, that's just humans. Like, we're just an entitled monster. You know what I mean? Like, that's the root of everything, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, the entitlement and, like, the audacity of motherfuckers just to be like.
The audacity.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, this is it. I saw some other shit speaking kind of in that same vein. I read something, like, in an article or some shit, and it was like, it was one time, the last time that all your friends got together and went outside to play, like as kids, was the last time that you did that. Like, you know what I mean? What if you knew that day was that day? Like that was the last day that you'll be going, like, you know what I'm saying? Like you've transitioned into doing other things and shit, but like the last day that you know, did something that was so precious to you. The last time y'all was outside. That was the last time. Like, and you had no idea. And you haven't even realized that if you think about it now, like, it was the last time I went outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not, you know, you phase out of things and shit, but like when you think about it in terms of that, it's like the last time that I did that, like specifically. So it's like,
I think about shit like that. Nah, I think about shit like that just off the fucking pandemic. Like,
right. That's true.
Like, damn. That's so this was going to be the last time we was hanging out. Like, we was going to be able to just freely walk into an establishment and not care. You know what I mean? Like the fuck?
I was getting ready. I just came back from Charlotte because I went to the game with my homegirl and my peoples and shit. It was my homegirl birthday coming up Thursday and shit, and we went out of town. And then the weekend after that, I was flying to New Orleans for Thanksgiving and shit, because obviously Thanksgiving was coming next week and shit. So and I was talking to my sister about it today. She was like, damn, she was like, that shit seemed like it was yesterday that you know, y'all came down and, you know, we
I remember you telling that story on the show when all y'all went to Charlotte, right?
Yep. And then the week after that, I went to New Orleans with my family and shit.
Yep. Damn, that is true. Because we was talking about, y'all flew Spirit, right? Or something like that. And we was talking about that shit. Bruh. It is crazy. Like, we've been in the crib for a year. Like, we've been locked down for almost a year. Yeah. That is insane. And we're about to go back into another one.
Please do. Get this shit over with. I gotta get this shit over with. I can't take it. Like, whatever we have to do, if we have to, like, shut this bitch down, Operation Uno.
Yeah.
Like, if that shit can just clear up by my birthday, like, shut it down now. Fuck, shut it. I mean, I don't give a shit. Shut it down the fuck now. Like, shut it down right now. You know what I mean?
I'm fine with that. I wanted to shut down. I've been wanting the shit to shut down.
Hell yeah. And, I definitely wanted to shut down. Like, definitely. So, for real. Like, all the way down. Don't let shit be open. Like, I've said it a million times. The only thing that should be open is the fucking hospital and the fucking police and fire department. Otherwise, everything is shut the fuck down. Like, give people ample time to prepare. Open. Nah, you don't.
You gotta have grocery stores open.
No, you don't. You need to give the grocery stores need to get a federal stipend for all the money that they spent, like all the groceries that they give away. Instead of having to give people pandemic money and all that other shit, give people enough adequate shit as long as they can prove that it's, I don't know how you can prove that, but
right.
As long as it's related to, I don't know, just give people ample shit and then just back bill, get a tax credit to the fucking stores. And then that way you don't have to worry about getting EBT cards and all that other shit out there to fucking 300 million people. Just give, like, that's the only thing that I can think of, man. Like, that should have been the most quick and easiest way. Like, it just be pandemic fucking money. Like, just do that. Let everybody sit down for 14, 21 days. And it's a long time, but shit. It ain't been as long as it's been. I think they're gonna
have to sit down for at least 30 days. I think everybody gonna have to be in the crib for 30 days.
I'm fine with that. Like, I'm fine with that.
Because if you have stores open, we didn't did it this long. Like,
yeah. Because even when stores was open, like, niggas was still out and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want that shit. It shouldn't be nowhere to fucking go. Like, you can go outside and shit, but ain't nowhere to, like, congregate and all that shit. Shut all that shit down, man. Because otherwise, Americans, we have way too much fucking freedom and we can't take it. Like, white people are the most oppression that they've ever faced is fucking wearing a mask. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're losing their shit over wearing a mask. Like, to save their life. They have issues
to save
with
their life and to save their family life.
Yeah, this shit is the wildest shit ever.
Because, you know, if they wear a mask, that means that they are liberal. And if they're liberal, that means they like other people that are not straight white.
That shit's stupid.
And so, you know, can't have that.
I seen some shit on Instagram. This white dude, showing like maybe 16, 17-year-old white dude. He was walking around Walmart. And he found his lady. He had a mask on. He was like, hey, I'm doing a street podcast. And mind you, he's holding up like a toilet bowl brush.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
He's like, I'm doing a street podcast. And I just wanted to ask you, for the listeners and the viewers out there, can you tell me why you don't have a mask? She was like, oh, I have a medical condition. He was like, which one? She was like, she was all bewildered, like, bitch, you ain't got no medical condition. You about to have one, your stupid ass. Like, put on a fucking mask before you get the sick so we can goddamn go ahead, man. Like, that shit crazy, man. Motherfuckers is crazy, man.
I've loved the conversations with MAGA and anti-mask people or whatever, you know, the people who fighting against COVID, like, okay. But those conversations have been great because they spout these things and they don't know shit about nothing. Like, they don't know shit about shit. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. Like, they're just like, they asked the dude like, something about like, the government, asked him about like slavery and shit. And he was talking about how, the Civil War wasn't about like slavery. The Civil War was about like freedom and the government was overreaching. And he was like, what you mean by like overreaching? He was like telling us what to do and trying to control us. So that's what it was about. And then he was like, oh, so like slavery? And he was just sitting there looking stupid like, oh shit. Like, I guess that is the same thing. But it's just been the lack of, it's been the ignorance of it all, the audacity of it all, and not even wanting to learn anything different. Not even wanting to educate yourself, like wanting, like adamantly protesting to remain ignorant.
Yeah.
That's the part for me.
Yeah. I mean, but that's been white people since the beginning of time. Like, hey, don't fucking kill me. Don't fucking enslave me. Hey, don't sell my mom. Don't sell, like, don't, you know what I mean? Don't sell my dad. Please don't rape my mom. Like, they didn't realize any of that. Like, it's the same thing. Like, wearing is for the betterment of people and yourself included. Like, you shouldn't be fucking enslaving people. You shouldn't not be wearing a mask. You know what I mean? Like, it's pretty much hand in hand.
You should, because you have options, right? Like, you can stay home or you can go to crowds in which y'all don't give a fuck. Y'all as a group don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going into places where people care about getting sick. You know what I'm saying? Like, would you walk into the store and just fucking touch everybody with pink eye? Like, it's just like...
They would. And there's a lot of you niggas too. There's a lot of you niggas out here too that's fucked up too.
Oh yeah, I'm learning a lot, my guy. I'm learning a lot about people
y'all
I
niggas
know.
Ain't no better though. Like, this is equal opportunity. Y'all fuck on some fuck shit now. Niggas, I done seen niggas.
Give it to them.
Motherfuckers done had goddamn the Rona and be in the club. That's why I'm not finna. Like, I'd be goddamn if I go to a club and get sick. Like, the reason I get sick is because my happy ass was in a club. I'd be goddamn. Like, you know what I'm saying? But y'all niggas still be out and shit. You know what I'm saying? Willfully and wantonly fucking spreading corona. You know what I'm saying? Niggas definitely ain't quarantining for 14 days. That's a fact. Like,
but nigga, how is Atlanta? How is Atlanta have some of the lowest of the numbers?
That shit is herd. That's herd immunity at that point. Like, Atlanta is herd immunity. That is the definition of that shit. Cause niggas is not getting sick.
It gotta be herd immunity. It is. To be.
There's no doubt about it. Like, because but shit, Texas like that too though. Houston, I heard Houston was wide open too, but they got like the highest rates and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like one of the highest rates.
Atlanta is. I'm like, what the fuck? Because listen, here's something about this whole thing. I honestly, I realized that I don't have many white friends or acquaintances, right? Mm-hmm. I have white people that I know, you know what I mean? But not that I'm like breaking bread with all the time. Like, I may have two, and I'm not, and they're not even here. They're in different states. But I was just like, yo, like, I'm learning so much about people. Like, white people aside, we talking about these black people now. Like, the individuals who are anti-voting, y'all niggas sound just like MAGA. Because I've yet to hear a good reason. Like, I honestly haven't. Mm-hmm. And we can agree to disagree. And I embrace differences. Just because we're different don't mean I'm right or you're wrong or vice versa. Mm-hmm. But when you can't make sense of the shit you saying, you got me looking at you crazy. Like, you can make if you say, you know, I'm voting for Trump because I make all this money and I don't want to pay taxes, which we found out that, Trump was going to tax the regular working person. But anyway, like, I can understand that because you're fueled by greed. I get it. All right, cool. I don't rock like that. I feel like that's fucked up. But at least you got a reason. You love money. And that's what you trying to do.
Right.
That's your shit. All right. But the rest of y'all niggas, like, what the fuck? Like, I be on my timeline or, you know what I'm saying, seeing people and seeing the shit that they post, family members and shit like that. Like, adamantly out here, like, calling motherfuckers stupid for voting. And
that shit is the wildest shit ever. Like, one of our homegirls and it's blowing my fucking cool. I want to fucking, but everybody's entitled to that.
I bet one of the same
I know
people.
it's exactly her.
She's one of them. And she surprised me. She surprised me.
Yeah, that shit, like, but, you know.
Because she seems really intelligent.
Yeah, I'll tell you about that.
We're not going to say her name.
Yeah.
But you can talk about the situation, but we ain't going to say her name.
Well, basically, yeah, she's like one of our mutual friends, and she's like, is on her whole, like, anti-fucking the government, and she's, like, super woke now, like, to the point, like, again, one of those people that need to go to sleep and shit. Like, she posted one.
That whole tap shit.
Yeah, that shit is weird. Like, I understand that you know, I mean, I don't fault anybody for being, you know, completely skeptical, because you have every fucking right to be, because this country is a piece of shit. However, like, certain 100%. 100%. Certain shit is what it is, though. Like, I understand you're like, you want to be anti whatever, and motherfuckers ain't shit. Like, keep it a band. Like, Joe Biden ain't shit. Kamala has done shit. Like, if you are in a leadership position, 9 times out of 10, you've done some corrupt shit to get there.
Listen, remember we talked about ain't no way you can become
a billionaire,
multimillionaire or a billionaire without fucking doing some fuck shit.
That's a fact. No doubt. Yeah. It's impossible. So to rule the world, pretty much the same applies, right? So and I totally get it, but you can't. I don't know, man. I mean, my thing is, like, even, you know, Biden was fucked up and he's had a colored past, to say the least. He was a racist, and we know that, right? So we definitely know that. But this motherfucker got motherfuckers. The alternative to him was 10 times fucking worse within just 4 years. Like, bro had a long history, no doubt, but he set the change, and it is what it is. I just personally couldn't fuck with Trump. Like, the fact that he's, like, galvanizing white people to have you murdered in the street, and these niggas have whole fucking rallies and shit. Like, that shit, like, what the fuck? I just gotta get you out of there. Like, I'll deal with another 4. And if you on some fuck shit, I'm gonna fucking get your ass out of there too. You know what I mean?
Listen.
But like
I can deal with you saying nigga at home versus you saying go kill some niggas now.
Yeah.
That's 2 different things.
And I mean, and Joe Biden is a fucking, keep it a band. Like, I didn't vote for Joe Biden. I voted for Kamala Harris. Like, and she's done some skeptical things too, but I'll give her more grace than I'll give that white man. You know what I mean? Just cause she's a black woman, and she, you know, I'll give her a shot before I give him a shot. You know what I mean? And I'm thinking it's set for her to be in office for, you know, roughly 10 years, give or take. You know what I mean? Yeah. I pray that, you know, Joe Biden, I don't wish death on nobody, so I hope he can live out his term. But, you know, if he has to leave, you know what I mean? Cause he just ain't feeling it, cause he's old and he's tired. I feel like, you know what I mean? Give Kamala a chance, and then she can be in the office for, you know, the duration of that term, and then 2 more terms if she play her cards right. But, I say all that to say, like, one specific thing, like, you post all this weirdo shit, but like, one was like that she's not a black woman. She's Durradian or so. I forgot the term. It's basically like a Indian descent type shit. I forgot the name of that. Dorithian or some shit. Anyway, my nigga, she has a black father. Regardless of whatever you say, like, yeah, her mom's Indian, but her daddy is fucking black. And everybody, and she's just as black as fucking Barack Obama. You know what I'm saying? Like, if we keep it in a band, like, you know what I mean? Like, she's literally just the exact same.
She's blacker than Barack Obama, my nigga. Like, Kamala Harris is fucking, went to a HBCU.
She's
if you
black
look at
and
her
brown.
shit, she black as a bitch.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's a fact.
She is Greek.
Nigga, she used to go with Montel.
She used to go with Montel. Montel Williams. I was about to say Montel Jordan. This is
Montel Williams. Nah, that's a difference.
Montel Williams.
Yeah, she's good with Montel Williams and shit.
She's black now. Her husband looked like he ain't seasoned his food all his life though, and don't wash his legs.
But she ain't even take his name. They married, but she still Kamala Harris. Like she ain't take his name.
That's how that's how these independent black women are. They'll be taking names and shit. I get it because I wouldn't, but she didn't even take that nigga name. But why should you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Harris is a black ass name, nigga.
Harris is definitely a black ass name.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, but fuck it. It is what it is. Y'all can post another 4 years of all that tight weirdo shit. You know what I'm saying? Whatever gets you off. I don't know. I'm gonna keep looking at it because it's actually entertaining. Like this motherfucker's going crazy.
I was just like watching the car wreck. Right. I was just like, yo, like, what y'all don't understand is they're gonna pick a president. Whether you vote or not.
That's what I'm saying.
They don't want you to vote. They had you fucking counting bubbles in soap to vote. They had you trying to have a literacy test to vote. They instituted a poll tax so you couldn't vote.
Motherfuckers done got woke in like 30 days though. Like that shit, your ass done went crazy in like 45
I was so shocked on that one. I was shocked on that one. Some of the other ones, I expect niggas. Like I expect a lot of people. Certain people, I expect that behavior. Like, I had to get on one of my cousins, right? Because how the person posts so much shit, then you just like, I'm the type of person like, let me just ask you a question. Because I need you to say out loud, yo, what you thinking? And he like, man, none of these people ain't coming to the hood. We need to elect somebody that's going to let us carry our guns and smoke our weed. I'm like, nigga, what, nigga? What?
Can't you smoke weed in D.C.?
I think he lived like in Maryland. My cousin lived in Maryland. Either way.
Nigga, drive to D.C.
Either way.
Go hit the weed, nigga. Fuck you be.
Either way, this nigga, I was just like.
And you can have guns in Maryland. What the fuck is he talking about?
I said, what? No. What you cannot do is have illegal guns and sell illegal weed. That's what he want to do. He want a president that's going to say, you can do everything you want to do and ain't no rules.
That nigga he watched The Wire, the Amsterdam episode. Nigga swear nigga swear he had the fucking in Baltimore.
I was just like, I said, this was I like to ask, like, what is the solution? What is your solution? People always complain about the problem, but what is the solution? Even if it's something that is not enacted, what do you perceive the solution to be? Niggas never got a solution. The only thing they can say is, oh, we need to come together as black people and have this and have that. All right, cool. I'm with that. Are you doing that? No.
Right.
Have you tried to do that? No.
Not negative organization.
All right, bet. All right, so I said, well, we have the opportunity to elect a female black woman as vice president. You have daughters. Don't you think that will inspire them? And then maybe they can go into politics? Cause nigga, you clearly ain't going into politics. They can go into politics. Facts. They can go into politics, be inspired, and maybe they can come back and change the hood, right? I'm trying to meet you on your level. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to meet you where you at. He like, no, fuck that bitch too. She with them white motherfuckers. I
would have been like, okay, that's crazy.
I was like, oh, all right, cool. I said, all right, cool. And then I just left out
that's crazy.
Chat, talking to him like, you wild, bro. Like, you wild.
Like,
but let's take a moment. Let's take a moment because
should never argue with fools.
Definitely, right. We have not spoken since the election.
Oh yeah, shout out to
as far as the show is
Sleepy
concerned.
Joe. Shout out to old Sleepy Joe and Sister Harris for taking that thing.
I will pick a person with common sense. Regardless, like you said, there's no politician that's going to be squeaky clean. However, we was faced with King Cooper. And he the last level of the game. And I would have literally voted for anybody over him. Now, I think it's funny because Joe Biden is going to be the good enough candidate. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But you know how bad of a fucking president or how bad of a job you had to do to turn all these red states blue?
Yeah, niggas really won't fucking with you.
Niggas really won't fuck with. Listen, first of all, I want to say shout out to Milwaukee. Shout out to Detroit. Shout out to Philly. Shout out to Atlanta. All these black places turned y'all states blue. Black people turned y'all states blue.
Does DC get the vote? Do they get an electoral college votes? They're federal, so they gotta get the chance to vote.
Yes.
Yeah, that was stupid.
Yeah. Listen.
But I guess they never like ever showed like, I guess, how many electoral votes do they get? Probably like 2.
DC don't get that many. DC maybe get like 3.
Yeah.
DC get like 3.
They never say anything about DC though. Like they never like DC. 93% of DC voted Democrat. 93. That's where you live at, nigga. This where this nigga live at. They want you out. Virginia, blue. Maryland, blue. Get the fuck out. Philly, Pennsylvania, blue.
That's what I'm saying. Like where you live Maryland is blue. Yeah. Right there in that area where you live at. That whole shit blue. You gotta get the fuck out. You gotta get the fuck out. And it was these black cities that came through. Bruh, I was so happy. I was so proud that Atlanta showed up and turned. You know how hard it is to turn Georgia, the state of Georgia, blue?
Yeah, that shit's southern in the bitch. Outside of Atlanta, that shit is a fucking southern racist town.
It's like racist North Carolina as fuck.
And South Carolina and Alabama. And
yes.
The entire South. It's just, I don't know. It's just that it was an outlier this particular time.
Yes. But Atlanta makes up 50% of the population in the state of Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
So came through, did that shit. And 97% of black women voted for Biden and Harris. And then I think it was 93% of black men. But it was interesting because white women increased their votes for Trump. They went from 53% to like 56%. But I found it interesting that black men voting for Trump went up 3% as well. Went up 3%. What do you think that was about?
Some money. Niggas who got some money. That's the only shit. That's the only reason that went up. Because otherwise you have no reason to vote for Trump.
I was like, what?
And
like,
even
seriously?
then you don't. But that's the only thing that I can think of in my mind's eye that says, yeah.
Do you know anybody who voted for Trump? Like a black person that voted for Trump?
Hell no.
I don't think I know.
Not that I know of. I mean, you don't know what motherfuckers would get in there and do. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think so. I don't think I have it. Most of the niggas a lot of niggas I know didn't vote. Keep it a band.
For real?
Yeah. I know like 6-7 niggas ain't vote.
What was their reasons?
I don't know. I ain't asked. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah. At this point in time, if you're not voting, you just weird.
Yeah, I don't. If you tell me you ain't voting, I'm like, all right. You know what I'm saying? I just know, like, I don't expect much from you in life. Huh?
I said, unless you just like can't vote because of, a record or some shit like that.
I mean, I know felons that have voted, so you can get your restorative rights. You know what I mean? If you want to.
Yeah, but you have to, that's a active measure, a proactive measure, right? You have to go in and do something, paperwork or something. So you have to want to vote in order to do that. Man, I was so happy when Joe Biden won and Harris won. Like,
I wasn't like so happy. I was
so happy.
I was
very
just like,
happy. And I felt like a weight had lifted up for real. Like,
yeah, I mean, it felt good. You know what I mean? But like, it was not like, I'm still like, you know, I'm still in COVID mode. Like, man, we still got COVID going on. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying?
And that's another reason why I was happy, because I was like, I know Joe Biden about to come in, and even if we don't get this shit handled now, come January 20th, they shutting that shit down. They shutting shit down. So in my mind, I'm still out in the first quarter. Like, I'm outside by the second quarter. You know what I mean? Like, I was happy because, like, I remember when Trump won, and I remember that legitimately, I legit was sad.
Yeah,
I legit was fucked up.
Yeah, I was
when
fucked
Trump
up.
won.
I remember having going to work. And it's wild because I remember that. And then I remember like when Obama won his first time, like all the black ladies, I worked at Blue Cross at the time, and all the black ladies was like in their praise dancing and shit in the morning. That shit was wild as hell. That shit was crazy. But then flip that shit, like all the white people, you could tell the white people at work when I worked at Nationwide had a little fucking pep in their step. You know what I mean? Them niggas, they ain't goddamn, they ain't do no cool shit like a praise dance or no shit, but they goddamn,
they ain't do no
like,
cool
you
shit.
know, had
like
a little
praise
bravado
dance.
and swag to that. You know what I'm saying? Like they pants was hiked up a little higher than they normally are. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Fuckers.
listen, I remember, I think when Obama was elected, I was there too. And I remember being on the elevator, right? And this white guy in communications got on the elevator with me, and he looked at me and he was like, yeah, we got it. Like, but I looked at this nigga like, how you just gonna assume I voted for the nigga though?
Right.
Like you, like it's not like we done had conversations about
Like
voting on no shit like that.
fucking
You
put
just
me in a box, my
automatically
brother.
assume,
Yeah.
right? Even though it was factual, I was just like, nigga, you don't know
Nigga,
who
I went to
voted
sleep.
for.
I remember that shit. I went to sleep. Like cause I was like, man, this nigga ain't gonna win, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the first time when I woke up, like, holy shit, this nigga won. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
And then I think I went to sleep on the second one too.
I went to sleep when they were counting the votes for this election, and I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna even ride this. I was just like, I'm gonna just wake up in the morning and just see what happened. And then I remember my alarm going off, and the first thing I did was fucking pick up my phone and put in election results, and shit was still going on.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh fuck. Like,
yeah, it was just annoying. It got annoying to a point. Like, goddamn, man. Like, what the fuck? Why is this shit taking so long? Like, that's why it's like, if motherfuckers want to preach like voter fraud, it did take wow long. I mean, but it was mail-in voting.
But that was because of Trump why it took so long. Like, real talk, I feel like after they would have got through X amount of votes, they would have just called the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, after they got through X amount of, you know, mail-in votes and shit like that, which the shit is so crazy because it's like, dog, you told your people not to mail in votes, not to use the mail-in system, and then mad because you didn't get no mail-in votes when these dummies listen to everything that you say. So your shit backfired and bit you in the ass, and you talking about all this fucking voter fraud. How is it voter fraud when niggas like fucking Lindsey Graham and Mitch McConnell was voted back in? How?
That Lindsey Graham shit is wild.
Lindsey Graham shit is super wild. This nigga said, don't you miss segregation.
South Carolina is a piece of fucking shit. Like, North Carolina is a piece of shit. Tom Tillis is a piece of shit. And it's so weird, like, the fucking, cause we have a Democrat governor, and Roy Cooper, which he's done a pretty good job. And then we got, we elected our first black, lieutenant governor, but he's a Republican and shit. And I'm like, for the life of me, I did not know. I thought that shit was all like a race. I didn't remember that you had to vote for a lieutenant governor. Like, I don't remember that shit.
I don't remember voting for a lieutenant governor either.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? And then my homeboy, the white dude I was telling you about that I want to get on the show. He's like super fucking political man and shit. And, it like, damn, what the fuck was that? Oh yeah. So the lieutenant governor literally does nothing. This shit is the best job in the world. Like, they don't do anything but prepare to be the governor the next term. Like, they literally just sit there. They might go to a couple meetings here and there.
So does the lieutenant governor, and the crazy thing about it is I was a poli-sci major. Does the lieutenant governor automatically become the governor?
No,
or you're just like the vice president?
Yeah, you're just the vice president. If something happens and you assume, the position or whatever. But now.
So you just get to chill.
Nigga, they don't do anything. Like,
it's
he told me that
internship.
shit.
Like, you get to learn
that shit is, it's just like you just learn on the fly. And you ain't even really, you ain't got to really do that. Like, you just got to chill and go, show up to some meetings and shit. And like, you might be on the treasury board or some shit, but they don't do shit. He was like, and I looked that shit up, like, lieutenant governor make like $95,000 a year, like, to do nothing. I said, goddamn. And then
so do you get to have a second job?
I didn't look at,
I wonder, do you get to have a job and be lieutenant governor? That would be sweet.
Yeah.
I mean, but 95 and not doing anything is super sweet too.
Hell yeah. You just get to chill and like
right. If you
jockey for
I would
position.
definitely chill for $95,000 and do nothing. Yeah, sign me up.
Yeah, that shit
sign
ain't shit,
me
man.
up.
Like that shit was, hell yeah, just to chill. And if you got an old lady that make, goddamn 50 or 60 real quick, y'all all right. Y'all all right. That's a good life. And then you fuck around and become the governor and shit. I think the governor of North Carolina make like 155, 160, some shit like that.
Listen, at the end of the day,
which ain't a whole lot
when
of
I
money.
look at these politicians' salaries, it's
Cuomo
not enough
like
for
$220.
It's not enough for the headache.
Yeah. Cuomo makes
It's not
$220.
enough for the responsibility. Like none
niggas
of it.
At Blue Cross
The president only
make
makes
more money than
$400.
Yeah.
Huh?
The niggas at Blue Cross make fucking, the CEOs, them niggas make fucking $3 million a year type shit. You know what I mean? Like,
and that's on the low end. You got CEOs making fucking 20, 30 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
Like their bonuses are bigger than their salaries.
Right.
Like
For
niggas,
sure.
listen, niggas getting like fucking 10 mil to resign.
Mm-hmm.
like quit. We giving you a golden parachute. Like shit is crazy. Like to be a politician, you either have one or two things. You either really, really feel like you can impact change, and that's in you, or you just like power.
Yeah.
One of the two. I can't really think of any other reason to be a politician.
Or you have businesses aligned to the point where you want to make rules for where you live.
Oh, true. That is very true.
What I mean?
That is very
you might
true.
have, like my sister might run a podcast network and I will write in some legislation that gives the discounts for podcast. You know what I mean? Like shit like that.
Yeah.
Like it'd be like family businesses
you're right.
and shit. You know what I mean? Like these niggas be like, these niggas be having like whole agendas, you know what I mean? Having whole like history of families and shit that runs deep. I'm sure, especially motherfuckers from North Carolina. Like, Roy Cooper from like Nash County, his family owned like a farm and some shit out there, you know what I mean? Which is like kind of Rocky Mount area if you're familiar with North Carolina, but he's a governor now, but like, yeah, hell yeah. Like, that shit wild, man. That shit wild. Like,
no, it is.
I'm just so glad the ads are over because that shit was annoying.
Hey, the ads were getting shady.
Them bitches stop immediately. Like, as soon as that shit is, you don't see none of that shit. That shit is wild. Like, that shit, like, goddamn, y'all ain't got no extras. Look, I know y'all paid for at least another $30,000. Man, goddamn.
Listen,
I can't run me one more time. Like, fuck, I don't know. I'm glad.
I'm
that shit
happy
over
that
with,
Joe Biden and Kamala Harris won. I'm personally happy. I feel like there's no way to go but up at this point in time. Even just Joe's demeanor is totally different. It's the total opposite. You know what I'm saying?
He old as shit.
I feel like this is what I said. This is the main thing that Trump was missing, that politicians have. At least try to fool me and make me feel like everything okay. This nigga didn't even try that. You know what I mean? Like, that nigga did not try none of that shit. But let me tell you something. My top moments of like the past couple weeks, right? So, Giuliani was trying to have this whole fucking press conference of, to talk about voter fraud and shit like that. Giuliani a hoe.
Little rapist.
And right. And they thought they were booking the Four Seasons Hotel and booked Four Seasons Landscaping Company. So they had to roll with it. Like they had already booked this shit and they had to roll with it. And the fucking landscaping company was on the side of like a sex toy store and some other bullshit, like a bar and a sex. Like this shit was fucking crazy. Yep. And it's just like the comedy. I'm not going to miss Donald Trump at all, but I am going to miss the pure reality show comedy of the past 4 years. Like it's been shit where you like, nah, man, this can't be. Like this shit can't be real. Like this
Donald Trump's an entertainer. That's just what he is. He's just an entertainer, right? And he entertained his way into the fucking office.
Though. It's like those people.
I think it's 70-30.
Okay.
Like he's 70% an entertainer, and then
who are it's like those people, right? It's like those people who they put on a show, and then there's people who are the show and they don't realize that they are the show. Yeah. Like, because you just so fucked up. Like, some people, like, you had that one friend like, yo, invite such and such because we gonna laugh. Not because they're funny, but because the friend is stupid.
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah, they laughing at you versus laughing with you for sure. Like Dinner with Schmucks. It's like Dinner with for the Schmucks. You ever seen that movie?
No, but I do know the movie. You
gotta watch Dinner for Schmucks. This shit is
one
of my favorite movies. You would, yeah. It's like, if you like fucking,
I feel like I would watch that because I remember the trailer.
It's Zach Galifianakis and fucking, 40-year-old virgin dude. Man, that shit is fucking hilarious, dog. Like, Zach Galifianakis, that shit is funny, but it's like that because, like, it's a bunch of, like, it's a cast of, like, people that are just fucking super weird, and they come to a damn dinner and everybody, like, laughs and jokes at them, like, all these fucking, pretentious ass white people, like, make fun of them and shit, and it's like a, like kind of like a cult type of deal. They do it like every year with these weird people and shit, make them think they're cool. So that's what this shit is. You know what I mean? This fucking Dinner for Schmucks. Like that motherfucker Donald Trump, man. He's just an entertainer. You know what I mean? Like he literally is a reality TV show host that reality TV'd his way into fucking The Office and realized that shit wasn't a reality TV show. You know what I mean? Like, honestly though, COVID was the fucker up for him. Like if COVID wouldn't have came back, he would have been good. Like he would have been that shit for two terms.
I said that. I said all of these things came together. 2020 manifested the way that it did because that was the only way we were going to be able to get this guy out.
That shit was
COVID,
divine intervention.
Police brutality. How many black people done died before George Floyd? You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? So, like, it was all of these things that had to come together. Like, I believe in the universe having a plan. I believe in God having a plan. I believe in it all coming together. I believe in everything happening for a reason. I am one of those people. I understand that this happened for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think about different things that have happened in my life in the pivotal moment that you wouldn't even thought as the pivotal moment into the hindsight. Like, damn, if that wouldn't have happened, this would have never happened. So this would have never happened. Listen, I believe that this all had to happen because motherfuckers was like, yeah, I don't like black people. However, I need to get out the house, my guy. Like, so I need somebody that's going to get us out the crib. You know what I mean? Like, let's do that. Like, and that's why the voter fraud thing is so crazy because we left all these other Republicans on. And you know how motherfucker mess up some shit for you? You know what I'm saying? Like, my guy, calm down. Like, you fucking it up for us because you didn't get what you wanted. You know what I'm saying? Like, the nigga who didn't get the chick he wanted, so now he trying to fuck it up for everybody else. Calm down.
The bitch that's hating.
Right. That's very true. Come on, we gotta go home.
Yeah. Ain't nobody taking one for the team tonight, baby.
But then he has all of these Republicans now with him saying this bullshit. I'm just like, all y'all look stupid. And for all y'all who talking about, now that all this is over, we need to come back together as a nation and forgive each other for shit. No, I know who the racists are, and I'm not going to forget that you was a racist. I'm not going to forget the racists, and I'm not going to forget the coons. Remember that. And I just want the rest of y'all to know, I also know who was out here really partying and having a good time during COVID. Because I feel like if you don't care about catching COVID, you don't care about catching STDs and other shit. Don't come my way.
That's true too.
You know what I mean? Don't come my way. Reckless abandon. Another moment that I loved over the past couple weeks. They had a Million Bag of March in DC. Right? Yeah. All of them came out there and I know them numbers about to be the original.
Y'all can't even y'all steal our fucking March names. Like, it's the Million Man March, you fucking white devil. Like, get your own shit. Like, y'all niggas are swagger jackers. Like, we can't even have our own fucking march. Like, the fuck off.
Hey, swagger jackers. So the crazy thing about that, what was so funny to me about that, Trump got all these motherfuckers down here. Like, we riding for our man. Like, this our nigga. Like, fuck y'all fucking my nigga over. We out this joint protesting. Them niggas wasn't from DC, so everybody had to come from other places. Again, 93% of DC voted Democrat. Virginia's blue, Maryland's blue. So everybody had to come from other places in order to descend upon DC and support they mans. You know what your mans did? Drove through the crowd. And went to fucking play golf, my nigga. Like, this was a time where you could have got out there, made a motherfucking speech, and had shit go ham. Like, they fucked me over, even though it's a lie. But these are the people who believe in lies. I would love to have, listen, that's how cults are started, right? People with blind faith. Blind faith will kill you every single fucking time. And you could have went out there and really turned the fuck up. And this nigga said, I'm going to play golf. Drove through the crowd of them niggas and went and play golf. Y'all should feel stupid.
I'm catch up with y'all. What y'all finna do? Oh shit, right. I'm about to, I'll be right back. I got to trump a nigga, bro.
What y'all finna do?
What y'all finna do? Shit, all right, I'll be right back. Y'all stay, I'll be right back. Give me like 10, 15 minutes. I got to go run up the street real quick. I'll be right back. Let me get on show for 5 hours. Like, damn, worry about that.
Bruh, it's like you planning your people's a birthday party and they say, all right, I'm gonna holler back. Like, nigga, this shit for you.
Like, bruh, like, nigga just coming to the surprise party. That's the nigga coming to the surprise party to shoot that bitch up. Damn, you killed it all.
Damn,
bullshit.
Shoot the surprise party
jump out on
bro.
a nigga with a strap on him. You know what I'm saying? Nigga crazy, man.
Hey. And then my last thing that I'm going to miss once all of this is settled is the fucking shit. So I've become addicted to CNN low key, right? So CNN has so much fucking shade. I love good shade. I love a person who can articulate themselves in a way to fucking make the ops feel fucking stupid as fuck, diminish you, make you feel small as fuck, make you feel insignificant. And CNN got time. They is with the shits. I get it. I understand why Trump don't like CNN. It's very liberal. Their top hosts are gay men, a gay black man, a gay white man. You know what I'm saying? Then you got fucking Cuomo bringing it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they all got fucking shade. Fucking, Anderson Cooper said fucking Trump was like a obese turtle on its back.
That was
flailing. That was super
fire.
Fucking fire.
Hello, I think be joking.
I was so fucking
you gotta be nice to think of some shit like that. Like, you so nice. You can joke a little bit.
Listen, the joint for me was the other commentator. I forget his name, and his name is super fucking like basic. He has like a real John Doe type name. The white guy who always up in front of the screen, the magic screen with the white hair, kind of stocky kind of white guy. Yeah. That was an edit. But anyway, he said that fucking Trump was intellectually inconsistent. Nigga, if you smart enough to get what the fuck he just said about you, you gotta fight that nigga. Like, I gotta fight you after you say some shit. You're intellectually inconsistent.
That shit sound like some shit. What's the shit? What's the shit with Mayim Bialik and the nerds?
Blossom? Motherfucking Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, that's the tall nigga. That's what the tall white dude will say some shit like that. Shelton, yes.
Yeah.
The reason this shit is in my mind, my wife been watching mad, like, The Life of Shelton or some shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this? But he be fucking hitting mad zingers.
Listen, funny thing about that shit is because I saw that, a commercial for that. And I was like, I need to watch this shit. Cause this shit looks like it's pretty fucking funny. And
it's a pretty good show.
I don't watch Big Bang Theory, but I've seen quite a few episodes of Big Bang Theory. You know, it's kind of one of them things like it's on TV.
Always on.
It was good. So you just watch it, but you're not seeking the shit out. So
like
I watched Big Bang Theory.
2 Men and a Kid and shit with Charlie Sheen. Type shit like, yeah.
2 Men and a Kid.
That's why you there.
2 Men and a Baby. You think about 2 Men and a Baby.
What was that? Was it 3 Men and a Baby? That was my shit, though.
Baby.
That was my shit, though.
That was a good movie.
Yo, that was
3
my
Minute of
shit,
Baby.
nigga. I used to fucking love that movie. That was my shit, cause Ted Danson was that nigga, man. My mama used to want to fuck Ted Danson bad.
Oh my God, Ted.
She was like, yo, Ted Danson is so fine. That was fine.
Ted Danson was the man. Ted Danson was the man for a minute.
Yeah, Ted Danson was that nigga. That's a hard name. I wonder if that's his real name, because you know them motherfuckers be changing their names.
Ted and Danson is a hard name.
Ted Danson. That's just like
it's only hard because you've said it so many times.
Yeah, nobody just calls him Ted. It's Ted Danson. It's like, you know what I mean, like a Tribe Called Quest.
Got it. Speaking of a Tribe Called Quest, you ready for this Jeezy Gucci fucking battle?
How do we, speaking of Tribe Called Quest, what the fuck?
Because somebody was talking about a battle with Tribe Called Quest.
Oh, and
I was just like, I don't want to see a Tribe Called Quest battle.
Yeah, I just did. You threw me off. I thought maybe they had like a feature.
My bad. I didn't give a good enough segue. It was a segue in my mind.
Speaking of Tribe Called Quest, you ready for the
Black hip hop? That's my turn to thought. Black hip hop battle.
I don't know if I heard that on Gucci's mixtape. Yeah, of course. You know that shit is, man. That's my time. Like Jeezy is one of my favorite artists of all time. So,
who your favorite artist? Who your favorite artist of all time?
Jeezy.
Oh, so you team Jeezy?
Hell yeah.
I'm team Jeezy too. I was just asking.
Yeah,
I like nigga, Gucci. Man. I like Gucci and I know Gucci music, but I know Jeezy music.
I love Jeezy music. I like a lot of Gucci music, but I love Jeezy music. Like that shit. Like hell no. Jeezy one of the greatest of all time. Like from the southern region for sure.
These niggas got like real beef
4 times. That's my nigga. Yeah, this shit is it's gonna be weird. I hope that they come together on some like unity shit, you know what I'm saying? Especially with all the shit that's going on, and maybe like that'll, you know what I mean? Like niggas is old, rich, married, you know, got kids and shit, you know what I mean? Like, women. I mean, I understand it's still fuck you and shit and this mad shit, but at the end of the day, like, if them niggas can get past whatever they got, anybody can, you know what I'm saying? Niggas were trying to kill each other and killed one and made rap songs about it and all type. That shit is gonna be wild though. Cause I know Gucci niggas gonna get disrespectful. Like niggas gonna get disrespectful.
You think they gonna be in the same spot? Like the battles have been recently?
I hope so. I fucking hope so.
Listen,
they better search niggas before they get in there though. That's a fact. It can only be fists. Like, it can't be nothing else. Like, don't let nobody, like, y'all got to have for show security and shit. Can't nobody get in there with no strap. You can't even get in the parking lot with no strap. Cause, like, for real, y'all. Cause that shit, cause it has tendency to go there. Like, niggas ain't trying to be played.
I think a nigga might get shot in real life. Like,
that's what I'm saying. You can't, man, that shit, man, listen, man. But it could go the completely opposite way and they could show love to each other and bridge this gap of beef and show some unity amongst our people because we need it more than ever. Obviously, to rest in peace, Mo 3. And fucking, I don't think we ain't talked since King Von. Rest in peace, King Von.
Yeah, I got some shit about that later though, but yeah go ahead. So, you can still I don't know, man. That shit could be
unification or it could get ugly, but either way, I think Jeezy winning. That's just my nigga, you know what I mean? But Gucci got some shit too though, you know what I mean? So
Gucci got some shit. I feel like the shit that Gucci got 20.
Hell yeah.
I mean, both of them got 20.
50.
But I'm
50.
saying,
he probably
like,
got 30, 40.
Shit that go hard in the club. Listen, every time I see throwback Gucci, my mind is still having a problem syncing these two people together. Old Gucci and new Gucci.
That's a fact. He looked totally different.
Like, look different, mannerisms different. Like, it's like a whole fucking lobotomy went on there. Yeah, like,
that's a fact.
That's the
Gucci
weirdest.
Was a wild nigga.
We seen Michael Jackson go from a bell pepper nosed black man to a needle nosed white woman. And I feel like this Gucci transformation was way more advanced than that.
Yeah.
Like, Gucci don't speak the same. He don't do nothing the same.
If you look at if you get like on some interviews, he actually still speaks the same. Like, he just ain't fat and fucking
and breathing hard and shit.
Yeah, that nigga was like 400. That nigga was like 300 pounds. Like, you know what I'm saying? That nigga was fat and couldn't breathe and shit and on drugs and You know what I mean? Like the niggas just healthy. That's even my point. Like him and Jeezy, they both ain't now one of them fat. Like they living good. Like
that is true.
You know what I mean? Like just let this shit bygones be bygones. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was damn near 20 years ago. You know what I mean? Like niggas definitely lost their lives.
Pride though.
Yeah, pride is a motherfucker. The black man's pride is a motherfucker. But I mean, you know, it just depends on how niggas give it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as Gucci don't play that shit where you talking about killing, digging your homeboy up, like, it should be okay. And as long as Jeezy don't stay strapped, it should be okay. But they got millions of other songs where they can goddamn, you know what I mean, play. So,
they have commercial hits that they can play.
But I mean, they street niggas, so they gonna play that shit. Like, Jeezy can play the whole fucking Trap or Die.
Away from that.
Trap or Die is gonna be crazy. Like, it's gonna be crazy, man. I mean, Jeezy, I think Jeezy gonna watch him just cause I love Jeezy. That's my nigga. But, I don't know. Shit, I can't wait. I'm fucking pumped.
I'm thinking about the club atmosphere and when a Jeezy song come on and when a Gucci song come on. And I think Gucci might have like more club hits.
You're nuts.
I don't know. I'm not willing to die on this hill.
Please
I'm
don't.
just thinking right now.
I don't want you to stay on that hill. Hell nah. Jeezy you could play Jeezy Trap or Die fucking mixtape. That was the whole fucking. No,
I'm talking about hits that niggas is playing in the club that everybody knows.
That's what he played in his shows. Have you ever been to a Jeezy show?
I've been to a Jeezy show. I've never been to a Gucci show.
So Jeezy play all that shit, nigga. Like he play all that. Like Jeezy plays the fucking Trap or Die mixtapes and shit. Like he play, and that shit be niggas be word for word, motherfuckers. You gotta remember the impact Jeezy had.
Yeah.
Like you gotta remember the impact. Jeezy changed the mixtape game forever. Like him and DJ Drama changed mixtapes. Like Trap or Die was an album. History. You know what I'm saying? Like Trap or Die was an album, and then fucking Thug Motivation 101, all that shit just went into each other. You know what I mean? Like that shit went 3 million. That shit sold 3 million. His first album went 3 million. His second one went like 1 million, and Recession went like 1 million. Like Jeezy's like a superstar. You know what I mean? Like he's a whole superstar. And that shit came from mixtape grind. So that Trap or Die mixtape, man, shit. That shit gonna be alright.
So I remember one of the first lines I remember from Jeezy, cause I wasn't following Jeezy back then. I remember, when he said, patty cake, microwave.
Goddamn unpaid.
Circle to a square, goddamn unpaid. And I was like, that shit trash. And I won't really fucking with Jeezy. And then, gradually, I started fucking with Jeezy. And then I really started fucking with Jeezy. And I was like, oh, all right, like, I fuck with this nigga Jeezy.
Jeezy got so much shit,
I was underwhelmed originally. And then I started fucking with Jeezy. I
remember hearing Jeezy when he was in Atlanta, like before, cause this one Tip was out. Like this was cause my homeboys used to be back and forth to Atlanta all the time. So we used to go down there and shit. And I remember Jeezy was on a mixtape and it was, what was the name of that mixtape? I can't remember the name of the mixtape, but this was in like 02, 03. He used to sound like Tip. Like, cause I ain't like him at first. I'm like, this nigga sound like Tip, man. But then my homeboy was like, nigga, y'all niggas crazy. Like, this nigga getting money, da. And they had seen the whole Big Meech movement and shit and the whole BMF.
Listen, hold on 1 second. Let me tell you something. 99.9% of black men in my life, if you bring up something about a nigga, the first thing they gonna say is, that nigga getting money. Like, that boy's on everything. That nigga getting money. That is so funny.
But them niggas was getting money on a different level though. Like, so, but it just took me a couple times cause he sounded like Tip, like, cause he was trying to find his voice and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and Tip was that nigga. You know what I mean? Like, this was fucking, when Tip out, what was that? What album came out? Trap Music. It's right when Trap Music came out and like, so bro was kind of like riding that wave and shit. But then like, I heard Trap or Die and shit. I said, oh shit, that's some other shit. You know what I mean? And Trap or Die, nigga. Hey, that shit was one of the best shits. All these hoes love a nigga cause they know they got the juice. Man, listen, man, that shit, bro, that shit takes me back. I didn't get on to Thug Motivation. I didn't get on to Thug.
You
never listened to Trap or Die?
I can't say I've never listened to Trap or Die, but it's not significant in my mind.
We trap or die, nigga. That shit was the crap. I heard, man, I seen them niggas perform that. This one, like, I seen BMF, like, right at that height, and I ain't have fucking probably put $500 together. You know what I mean? No, that's not true. I was getting a little money, but like I had probably 2,000. You know what I'm saying? And we was down there and shit, man. That shit was crazy. Like them niggas. I had never seen the shit they was doing. Like they performed at fucking Magic City, man. Jeezy performed, and he had all the BMF niggas in it. That shit, them niggas spent like, and this was on like a Tuesday. Like these motherfuckers spent probably 200,000. I had never seen that much money ever in my life. Still haven't seen that much money ever in my life. Like at one particular time, just in ones, $200,000 in one. That shit, them niggas was throwing money for like 3.5 hours, non-fucking stop. This shit was the wildest shit I had ever seen. I'm fucking 21. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't never seen no shit. Like I used to go to Brothers and shit. All the niggas from North Carolina know what time it is. Brothers. One of the most infamous strip clubs
I've never been, but I always used to hear about it.
Yeah,
I always used to hear about it.
Brothers,
my first time going to a strip club was in Atlanta. Not when I moved here, but was in Atlanta in general.
Yeah. Brothers was wild. But yeah, that shit was crazy, man.
That
so I like Jeezy, my nigga, man. Like I kind of like grew up with the nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like him and Tip, like it's wild because Tip be doing mad weirdo shit now, but like I love his music. Like he's just one of the greatest, like music for me personally. He's just like at the time, like him, Wayne and Jeezy was like, I was living, you know.
T.I. was the man for a minute. T.I. had a run. And then T.I. got so big, then he started doing that pop shit, and that's when it kind of like trailed off a little bit.
Not really.
Remember he did Live Your Life and all that, like, he became like this pop star at a certain point in time.
He was just making music. Like, he was just making dope music.
But you're making different content as you start to rise. Like everybody eventually turns into this pop star where they are making music for the masses versus the culture.
Yeah, I guess. But it was, I don't know. I mean, I see what you're saying, but like, I mean, I don't know. I think when you just that good, you just become that good. You know what I mean? Like where you can do certain things and be in certain rooms with other people that you know, may have not been in before. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Your success. So.
That's true too.
That shit, fucking Paper Trail sold 4 million albums. You know, and that nigga was in prison.
Yeah.
Like,
that was like his biggest album. Paper Trail was the one with the pop songs on it, with the Rihannas and the Justin Timberlakes and all of that. I remember that album.
Yeah,
it had a lot of pop songs on there.
That shit was fire though. I gotta like go back and listen to it. Outside of like maybe one of like the Rihanna shit, it's still a good song.
It was okay for me. But it sounded just like it was. It sounded like a song for the masses. It sounded like a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Because the masses, you know what I'm saying? Like it did sound like a hit, but it didn't have, that's not the part of T.I. I like.
Mm-hmm.
Like I like my beat down low, down low, down low. I like that T.I.
Urban Legend was a crazy album. That's my favorite T.I.
I like T.I. I still like T.I. You know what I'm saying? I still like T.I. regardless of all the bullshit, like on a personal level. But musically, I fuck with T.I.
Libra album.
I listened to his album, the Libra album. That joint ain't bad at all.
That shit fire. Super fire.
That joint ain't bad at all. Like it's a couple joints on there that I really like. He loved fucking collaborating with Young Thug.
That shit fire. I Let It Ring. That shit fire. Them niggas don't miss when they collaborate. Them niggas got a certain chemistry. That shit dope.
Yeah, so, alright, so I gotta ask you this before we wrap this up. So, we both agree that we're Team Jeezy. So we'll see how that goes to bring us back. This is a one gotta go. You know how I like bringing one gotta go to the show, right? And I saw this on social media. That's what makes me bring it to the show. One has to go. Listen up, B. Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey, Beyonce, Janet Jackson.
From music?
One has to go. One is eliminated. Whatever you think about them, one of these people never existed.
It has to be like some, I don't know.
It's whatever
Janet. Music-wise, Janet.
Oh, what else are we judging?
I mean, just total body of fucking work. Like, Janet's been in movies. She's beautiful. Like, she's fucking...
Yeah. Everything goes with that person. Everything goes with that person. The music, the acting, everything.
I'm just deductive reasoning. Jeez, Louise. So music for sure. Her.
No, just one B. You always going into this diatribe.
I can't think about the shit. I'm thinking. Like, you can't tell me I can't think.
Okay, you thinking out loud. Okay. My bad. I thought you was making multiple choices. All right. My bad.
I'm just talking. Just talking. Yeah, damn.
My bad. I'm chilling. All right.
Let's see. You threw my shit off, man. Which one would you do? Because you goddamn threw my shit off, man.
Because this nigga want to picture it. Sicily, 1922. All right. So I feel like there would be no Beyonce without these other three. Mm-hmm. However, I'm going by the impact. I'm going by, see how I'm making this announcement? I'm going by to overall impact on the culture. And I got to get rid of Mariah.
Ooh, that's tough for me.
And
She got some of the greatest music that there is.
Ever. Some of the most important moments of my life, some Mariah has been tied to that.
Yeah, Sweet Fantasy, baby. Christmas, All I Want for Christmas and shit. Mariah's that shit.
Let me tell y'all
she
something.
Can't dance,
E = MC squared and the Emancipation of BB. Albums.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's good shit. That's good shit. Yeah, I guess I'll do her. Yeah, because I like I like Janet. I like Janet the way she looked better. So.
And Mariah was pretty, for the way she looked.
I mean, that's what you got to break it down to. Like, you know what I'm saying? They all talented. So.
I didn't even think about looks at all. I was thinking about talent that they brought and how that talent impacted everything. Mm. And I feel like when people think of Mariah, they say, oh, she can sing, because she can. But when we talk about these other three ladies, people can say a whole bunch of different things. You know what I mean? Like they can dance.
It's not that she just sings. Like Mariah was one of the greatest voices of all time.
Right. I agree. 100%.
Yeah.
But that was it. That's all she did.
That's all she had to do. Because, Janet
she's out of my four.
Yeah, I get it.
Janet couldn't sing at all, but I feel like Janet impacted the culture. Like, motherfuckers wanted to be Janet Jackson.
Oh, no doubt.
Nobody be like, I want to be Mariah Carey.
Yeah, no.
Like, they might want to sing, but they'll be like, I want to be Mariah Carey.
Bitches do used to wear them little black dresses, though. They used to wear them little black dresses. Like them little shits that, the shits with little shoulder straps. Most of us used to wear them.
The little black dress.
You know what I'm talking about, right? You know exactly what I'm talking about.
Exactly what you're talking about because you stupid. Fire. That's why. Yeah.
Bitches definitely had them in like 6th grade with no hips.
6th grade?
Not a hip
you lost me. Now you lost me.
Project. I went to school with some girls from the projects. They used to wear them little shits with some bullshit sneakers and shit. She used to get from the rainbow.
From rainbow. So that was, bro. Do you have a black fact for these people so we can stop ruining their lives?
Right now? I got a few.
Hey, skibbity bee bop, B's black facts. Go ahead.
Rosa Parks sued Outkast because they named a song after her, which is some bullshit. This is a pretty interesting one. Bobby Womack was Sam Cooke's best friend. He married Sam's widowed wife 3 months after he was killed. Sam's brothers almost beat him to death. Bobby started slipping into his stepdaughter's room at night. Sam's widow found out and shot Bobby, grazing at his head. So yeah, that was pretty wild. We got some more here.
That was wild. Hold on. Another piece of tea to that whole Bobby Womack story, because he was clearly a scumbag. Do you know he wore Sam Cooke's suit to the funeral?
Yeah, I seen that.
Bastard.
That's right. I seen that on Sam Cooke documentary or some shit. Bobby Womack was a wild nigga.
Bobby Womack was wild.
Super wild. Erykah Badu was high and bumped her head on the mic while recording On and On. That's why she said, damn, y'all feel that? She realized what happened and said, oh, and continued singing. The Beat for Loyalty by Kendrick Lamar's 24K, Magic by Bruno Mars, reversed and pitched higher. So it's the same beat. And you can kind of tell it like when you listen to it. And I knew that. I don't know where I knew that from, but We got another one. I don't like that one. Michael Jackson and Prince were supported to collab on the song Bad, but Prince declined due to the fact that he didn't like the way the song was written. He rewrote the song, but MJ didn't like it, so Prince dropped out of the project. And he was actually, he didn't like the part with, your butt is mine. Yeah. Mike came on. I used to love that fucking song.
That was so funny because it's Michael Jackson and it's Prince. And
them niggas just didn't like each other. Them niggas was Gucci Mane and fucking Jeezy before all this shit.
They were the Pose version
this shit
of
ain't
Gucci Mane
new.
and Jeezy.
This shit ain't nothing new. Ain't nothing new under the sun. Niggas been beefing forever.
Hey, when you got beef in high heels and patent leather
wild.
shoes, that's I
just told you about another nigga that like his best friend. Fucking he as soon as he was dead, nigga fucked his wife and then tried to fuck his daughter. God damn, niggas is crazy, bro.
Hey, niggas been crazy
for the beginning of the time. Like, how we even gotten this motherfucker was a nigga that was crazy. It's crazy, man. We fucked up. That's why niggas be on that shit with Biden and shit. We got them type of niggas. It's like, y'all niggas is crazy, man. Boy, being black is something else.
Being black.
I'm tired of y'all niggas.
Listen, let me tell you something.
Tired of y'all niggas for 600-700 years.
And hated something so much in my life. Niggas be getting on my nerves.
That's a fact.
You hear me? Niggas be getting on your nerves, but then you be like, bro, I love some fucking black.
Yeah, it's nothing like it, man.
For nothing in the world. Like,
some unique shit, you hear me? That shit is unique to fucking, that shit is crazy, man. Like, all the way to niggas in Africa. Niggas in Africa is fucking wild. Like, them niggas, like the original.
And you Africans, y'all are some arrogant motherfuckers.
Y'all ain't musty. Y'all bitches be musty as hell and goddamn with the wild, tough ass fucking elephant hoof feet.
Oh my God. Yo. Oh my God. Hey, listen, I wasn't going that far.
You African niggas is arrogant like y'all niggas ain't musty.
Oh
the audacity.
My God.
That's funny as hell. I know a couple, man. Them motherfuckers like, they are, man. They are, like, one of my homegirls, she African as fuck, and she like, but she American like a bitch. She was like, you fucking Americans, and that. I'm like, you was born in Dallas, bitch.
Always doing that shit.
Bitch, you born in Dallas. You American. You more American. You just as American as I am. You was born in Dallas. I was born in Louisiana. What the fuck? Your daddy is fucking from Nigeria. Your mom is, no doubt. But about four times before that, mine was too. So get the fuck out of here. You ain't the same.
Well, boom, chig out this bitch.
You know what I'm saying? You niggas.
Hey, no.
She blamed everything on chitterlings, Beyonce, and slavery. She's funny as shit. You don't know her. She remind me of, she's a business owner. She be putting Facebook posts and like anything that's black and stupid. She be like, who did this shit? I blame chitterlings, and she spells chitterlings out. I said chitlins, Beyonce, and slavery. Thank you. And she signs off every fucking tweet and shit. That shit is a fucking, she get on my goddamn nerves. That's my dog. That's my dog.
Listen.
Oh, African nigga. Oh, big nigga.
Listen,
nose.
I knew this African chick who was literally living in her parents' basement. And because she used to live in a mansion, I ain't gonna even say what part of Africa because people who know me will start to narrow this down. But because she lived in a mansion in Africa, she feel like she better than every American and every black American. Yep. But you live in your parents' basement, boo.
Yep.
Like, and you know the other thing, listen, this is not a bash African session. This is not what this is. But listen, all of us black people, we all got different fucking quirks. Africans right now, we talking about y'all niggas.
Yeah, we was talking about us early. Fuck out of here.
Right.
This Family Guy. Right. Everybody get it.
Everybody get equal opportunity. We like Family Guy out this bitch. Everybody can fucking get it. But the crazy thing is that Africans have to please their parents too much for me. Like, they can't do shit that's going to disgrace the family.
Mm-hmm.
And disgracing the family could be anything we call fucking regular as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, they be on that shit and you be like, you know, like in some African cultures and shit, like if you are not married, you pretty much still gotta be under your parents and shit.
Gotta be goddamn.
And I be doing like chicks like, I be like, yo, like you still doing everything your mama involved. Like you're 30 plus right now. Nigga, like, what are you doing? But, you know, they say we disrespectful and shit. So maybe I'm talking from a disrespectful American.
Too much freedom.
Wait. Too much freedom. Dog, like, I cannot. Like, that shit is crazy. Anyway, love y'all. Love y'all. We love y'all.
Right.
We love y'all. You ready to get into some little shit? We done went way long.
Yeah, we gonna have to slim this one down. Then goddamn,
facts,
we ain't been talking. That's all.
Right, that's what it is when we be messing weeks and shit. All right, we about to get into some lit or shit. Lit or shit is all the fuck shit on your fucking timelines. What were you? What are you on? I'm thrown off right now.
I just been smoking weed.
So same, but I've also been drinking Jack. Let me ask you something. Have you tasted this Canada? Do you drink ginger ale? Are you
yeah. You talking about Canada Dry Bold? Okay.
No, Canada Dry with lemonade.
Yeah, I had that. You should try the Bold. That shit is like a fucking double shot of fucking ginger ale. That shit's excellent.
I know that shit lately. Do it taste almost like ginger beer?
It's just like a double shot. It's just like intensified. Like the swallow pause is fucking like wild. Like it's a wild fucking, it's crazy. It's like I don't know. It's like extra ginger or some shit. It's really good. And it's like really harsh. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah. Cause I like when I drink something carbonated for it to like fucking feel I might explode.
Yeah, that's it. It's bold. Cool. It's a bold flavor. It's good as hell. I love fucking Canada Dry though. You niggas who drink fucking Schweppes.
I'm a Schweppes nigga.
What a weirdo.
I claim that set. Listen,
strange,
first of all,
Susie.
I do like this Canada Dry with lemonade, but that's because Schweppes don't have it. Schweppes is, we talking about that cut, like that carbonated fucking flavor. That's Schweppes. Like Schweppes, if you're not feeling good, you hungover.
Canada Dry. Canada Dry.
Canada Dry is like ginger ale light.
Nah, you know? Man, that shit fire. That shit is the best shit. It's just like a beautiful day. This is perfect.
I mean, as long as you're not like Seagram's.
Oh yeah, nah.
That's Seagram's.
I mean, I can do Schweppes. I can do Schweppes. Seagram's is weird, like, cause they be having that shit in like the drink machines though. But that lime fucking.
Cause I think that's by Coke. I think
Seagram's they be having
product.
That shit in there. Like be like cherry limeade fucking ginger ale. I'm like, that's weird. But like just the regular lime ginger ale, that shit be hitting. I ain't even gonna hold you. I'd be excited like, ooh, they got a fucking Coke machine with the fucking lime. God.
This is becoming the tangents episode.
I'm just high.
Same. Okay. So, all right, fuck it. We about to get into this. We about to get into your ex-guy, pause. Lil Wayne has had a couple weeks, my guy. Like, first he endorsed Trump. Then he lost his girlfriend. And now he could face up to 10 years in jail.
Sucks to be like.
Him. So Lil Wayne has just been hit with a federal weapons charge and could face like I said, 10 years in jail. The U.S. attorney in Florida charged Lil rapper Lil Wayne with 1 count of possession of a firearm and ammunition because he is a convicted felon. This goes back to when he was arrested back in New York back in 2009, and you know, is from there. He's a convicted felon from that. Again, please note that as I'm telling this story, Lil Wayne loved the cops. Okay. So, the reason he got this charge was back from 2019 though, when they searched his plane when he was leaving Miami, going to California, and they found a fucking gold plated gun in his luggage, which I haven't seen it, but that seemed fly as fucking hell.
Probably a Desert Eagle or some shit.
It was probably dope as fuck. You think Lil Wayne connection's gonna get him out this bind? He can call up Trump now? What you think about that?
I mean, he got a pistol charge. I mean, you've been to prison for pistols, so I don't know. Sure. It's gonna be a tough one. Like, you already got a record and a jacket for that same specific charge. So, and felons are not supposed to have guns, like, by any stretch. Like, that shit is traditionally, for most people, it's a mandatory, like 3 to 5, I believe, if I am mistaken.
God damn, you know that shit, don't you?
Yeah, I've been around a lot of fucking felons in my day, so it came up in conversation quite a few times. But yeah, you can't be around no gun if you're a felon, you know what I mean? So yeah, I think it's either 2 to 5 or 3 to 5, one. You know what I'm saying? Like a mandatory sentence, because that shit becomes federal when you got a federal felony. I believe. Don't quote me on that last part. But I know it's certainly illegal for a felon to be like, you get a charge, like, you know, felon carrying a concealed weapon or a weapon or some shit like that. So, yeah, unless you get, you know, approved to get it back. So I think, to answer your question, I think it's going to be hard pressed for him not to do no time, unless they can prove that it, you know, wasn't in his possession. And if somebody else take the charge, which somebody might.
Listen, if I was in Lil Wayne's position, I would definitely pay somebody to take that charge. And it's basically name your fucking price almost. So there's conspiracy theories going on with this, and it is political, of course. And they're saying like, oh, he endorsed Trump. Now the Democrats is trying to get him locked up, which is weird. And then the other side of that is, oh, you endorse Trump and this is what the fuck you get. So, that's what's going on with this, which I find interesting. Where does Lil Wayne rank in the culture now? Like, where did Lil Wayne rank like 5 years ago to where he ranks now in the culture?
He's always been a weirdo. And I think it came like once he got like super weird and started doing all that skateboarding and weirdo shit, like that's when he kind of like just fell off, like, to me, in terms of, cause he was always saying like outlandish shit. Cause I mean, this is old school Wayne, you know, fuck Georgia Bush, and Georgia Bush on that, and then like the dedication mixtapes, and he was, you know, he wasn't pro-black in the motherfucker.
I mean, I feel like Wayne, I've listened to Wayne recently, like some old fucking Wayne. I thought about the same thing like I thought about with Kanye, where I was just like, for sure, this nigga know what's up. So why he acting like he don't know what's up now? You know what I'm saying? Like, he rapped about what was up. He know all this shit. So what happened? Right.
So, yeah, man, I don't know. That shit is weird. I hate to see it, but you know, fuck it.
Yeah.
Good riddance. Not good riddance, because I don't wish no man prison on no man, but like in terms of good riddance from the culture, like you just, you know, you kind of, I mean, you painted yourself in that corner, you know what I'm saying? So you ain't, it's not just unfounded. Like, you did a lot of fuck shit to our people for little to nothing, you know what I'm saying? Or if it was some monetary gain, however much it was, you ain't need that bread, bro.
So that goes into what 50 was saying. 50 was saying on the Breakfast Club that the Trump administration offered him $1 million. They started off with 500,000 and it went all the way up to $1 million. And so he basically said that, you know, all the people that you see endorsing Trump, like the Lil Pimps and the Polaus, the Dons, and all of those people, like, they got bread from that situation, which makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Which makes sense. So I'm just like, so do you think Wayne got that bread? That's why he did it?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what, I mean, I know he got the bread if they offering niggas money to pay, and I mean, you know what I mean? Like, if niggas is paying, I'm sure he got the money.
Wayne might have got two.
I don't know about that, but I mean, 50's equally as big of a star as Wayne. if not bigger. They about the same, I guess. I'd put them. They're right by each other or slightly ahead, or you know what I mean. Like, but my point is, like, if 50 getting $1 million, I mean, unless Wayne, everything's negotiable, but he might have got 1.5, 2 million, but who knows? But I'm pretty sure he got paid for sure.
I was just like, yo, like, one cop say this nigga life, and he just everything that's the opposite. For what? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's different. Like, it's just, I just can't respect nobody that's just like, I get a person who go shit on a person or on whatever, but like, when you shit on like everything, like your whole people, your makeup, your culture, yeah, we are all tied together as Black people, like as family in a way. That's how we think of ourselves. And like, you just out here selling your soul to the fucking highest bidder, my nigga. To do what? You don't even buy no shit.
It's always
like, you
one.
just be chilling.
It's always one, man. That's how we got here.
Yeah. I mean, that's very true. Like, I always had this thing that I truly believe is that like everybody has a price, right? But I was thinking about this shit. I was like, yo, like really, like no bullshit. I really can't think of a price like for somebody to get me to do something that sells out or hurts a whole group of people.
Yeah, for sure.
Or hurt people, period. Like knowing that it's going to directly hurt somebody. Like I couldn't do that.
Yeah.
So I couldn't do that. Like you be like, I can give you $10 million right now. And I couldn't do that. I couldn't live with myself with that.
I think especially like for people like one, like when you get a little money and you realize what money is, money ain't shit. Like,
money ain't shit.
I mean, I'm thankful to have money, you know what I'm saying? But once you get like to a certain level, you like, yo, like all I need is like 20 bands. You get 20 bands. It's like, I mean, it's not really, you know what I mean? Like shit changes.
Every time you get money, it goes up.
Yeah. And it's,
like
and,
it goes
and
up,
you realize what
you're
it
never
is.
satisfied.
Like, it ain't shit. Like it's not shit. It's nothing that it's tangible in terms of like, obviously being able to touch it, but it's nothing that's like fulfilling. You know what I mean? Like, and it helps, obviously do things and certain things come up. It helps. But
though. Let's give money to props now.
Yeah, for sure. I would, I'd much rather not be broke. But once you get it, you still realize like it's still just, you know what I mean? Like, it ain't all that. Like, you might buy a bigger house or you might buy a nicer car, but it's just material. Like, material things don't really, you know what I mean? Like, it's time and morals and integrity and like, you know what I mean? Core values of what makes you, you know what I'm saying? Cause all that shit is going to do is just give a fucked up person X amount of dollars. You know what I'm saying? Just like if you, so.
And I feel like once you get to a certain amount of money, right, where nothing is impossible. You know what I mean? Like, once you get into the hundreds of millions of dollars, like, it's really nothing that you can't do. You know what I mean? It's really nothing. So then what gives you that rush? You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that I'll just speak for myself. I think that I get off on the fact that I can excel. Right. And I can meet these goals that I make for myself, even financially. You know what I'm saying? I hit this goal, but every time you hit the goal, then it's another goal.
Yeah.
So really at the end of the day, like, yeah, you getting more money and shit like that. But once you get to that level where ain't nothing going to excite you, what can excite you?
Right.
That's when you get into the power shit, I think.
Yeah, shit.
I think that's when you get into like the power.
I agree with you.
That's why you have all these, rich white men still setting up plans to become even richer, like money that fucking 20 generations from now can't spend. You know what I'm saying? So, Lil Wayne, man, Possession. Facing 10 years, litter shit. What we talking about?
That shit, man. I still don't want to, man got kids and shit like that. I don't wish jail on nobody. Well, most anybody. So I don't wish jail on Wayne. I hope he can, fight through it or whatever and, take care of his kids and be a father and shit like that. So I hold him in that regard. And he a black man, so.
I think it's lit, and I think that if he gets through it, he gets through it. If he doesn't, he doesn't. I honestly don't care either way. You didn't care about me, so I personally don't give a fuck. So that's that for little fucking Wayne. Good luck, my guy. So it's been a lot of just rappers, right? So it's been all these rappers. King Von, he got shot outside of an Atlanta nightclub. 26 years old. Rapper, young guy, got kids. Mo3. He died in Dallas on the highway. Got shot. Then you got like fucking Boosie. He got shot. Leaving Mo3 shit on his birthday. He got shot in the leg. Thank God guy didn't die. Like, it's non-life threatening. And him and Mo3 was, you know, they were cool people. Like,
yeah, they had an album.
He was on his label.
It's a really dope album. Nah, he wasn't on his label, but
okay.
Yeah, they did an album probably maybe top of the year, maybe like around like February, March. It was a really dope project. Like Mo3 was really talented. He could rap and sing. Like he could sing. He was really talented. It was a dope project that I kind of just stumbled on. So if you want to find out, you know, anything about Mo3, he's pretty dope. King Von too. King Von, I hadn't heard much of his shit. I heard a couple songs I just didn't know.
Song that Take Her to the Old Joint. I only knew that song.
But I heard like a couple.
Got some head from a stripper chick. That's the song. That's the only song I know by King Von.
I ain't heard it. But I heard him on like a couple features, and he could rap. You know what I mean? Like he was a pretty talented little dude. He was, you know, the drill shit, but he was dope. And you know, and Benny the Butcher just got shot too. You know what I'm saying? He's super dope.
So Benny the Butcher, he was shot in an attempted robbery outside of a Walmart, where 5 niggas rolled up on him and his people asking for their jewelry and shit. And when he hesitated, one of the guys shot him in the leg and shit. So another, you know, rapper getting shot in the leg. I'm just trying to figure out like what's going on, because you got like all of these rappers who are either, you know, majority of them, like your Pop Smokes and your King Vons and your Mo3s. Like you got these people that are, you know, coming up. They ain't even like really got on yet. They all getting shot. Like, I don't know what's going on. Like, it's a pandemic going on, my nigga. Like, it's a pandemic going on. So is it that niggas is just out of work and fucking economy fucked up and niggas just out here doing, or is niggas bored? Like, I'm trying to figure out what's going on.
It's more, I mean, as far as King Von, like, it was this little dude, apparently like Quando Rondo and his people, they got into it, and King Von beat the dude up and his people started shooting. You know what I'm saying? On some sucker shit like that shit. Like King Von it's crazy, like, once you discover people after they pass and shit. But like, I saw, Karen Silver does like this shit called My Block on YouTube, which is really dope. And she went to his block, and of course, like, he had beat a murder charge or some shit. So he was a wild little Chicago nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what his past was, but in terms of like, if he did it or not, he beat it. I don't know. But he was a wild little nigga, but he also was intelligent, which is traditionally the case. He was intelligent. He was talking, you know, he was like, it's very sincere and like, you know, remorseful. You could tell about certain things that he did in his past, cause like he was showing his block and shit, and like a lot of shit that he did, you know, the crimes he committed, but he just purchased some land in the hood to build a recreational center for the kids in the area. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the shit was done like 2 weeks before he passed, and like it was put out like a day or two, like when his album dropped, and he had just purchased the land. Like, he was about to break ground on the shit. He said, when I come back from doing my rounds, I'm gonna be breaking ground and, you know, cutting it with the mayor of the city and shit like that. So like, people don't have a chance to grow. You know what I'm saying? Like, they cut off at the root and the bud, and that shit sucks. You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, he could have grown to be, you know, continue to do murders and shit, or he could have grown to realize the error in his ways and try to change in his community and shit. So, you know, 26 is an extremely young age. Mo3, I think, was like 28. You know what I'm saying? Benny the Butcher is maybe 35, 36.
Yeah.
Boosie, my age, 38.
Yeah.
It just sucks because,
Why
you know what I'm saying? Like, people fucked up out here. Like, motherfuckers is really broke. Niggas is broke. Niggas is hating. It's Christmas time.
I think that's what it is. I think it's niggas is hating for the most part.
And niggas is broke too. Like, all that stimulus money shit gone, all that fucking unemployment shit gone. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas is sick. Parents done fucked up. Niggas is in a bad spot. Niggas is mentally fucked up. There's a lot of shit going on. You know what I'm saying? It's Christmas time.
Do you think the Boosie shit was tied to the Mo3 shit?
I mean, he was in Dallas. So, I mean, he was in Dallas to see Mo3. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was having a show out there, but Mo3 was having, you know, his fucking like funeral and release. They did like a balloon release and shit. And he got, you know what I'm saying? So, and they did an album. I mean, one would think that, you know what I mean, the two may be related. It's not too hard. Like, he got shot. They pulled up on him. Yeah. They sprayed his car up, very similar to what they did to Mo3. So, I mean, sounds similar.
Well, man, you friends with rappers, right? You friends with rappers. Do rappers still have to? I think of like the rappers who are like your Drakes and your Fabulouses and your, you know, people who are not like street dudes who are successful rappers.
I mean, it just comes with lyrics. Like, if you talk about a certain thing, you're inviting this shit to your presence. Like, that's just the reality of it. Like, and you're in, like, so one, like, you going, and it's crazy. Like, Joe Budden said the thing. He's like, you go to another person's city, trusting these promoters to give you money, their money that they have in their pocket, to give it to you to do a service. And then you're expected to do this service and then try to remain as safe as possible in a whole nother person's city. And they know that you have X amount of dollars on you. You try to make it home. Like, that shit is, if you think about it just in those terms, like, that shit is a lot. Like, that shit is a lot, cause you never know. Like, niggas could have had promoters promoters, the show might not go as well as they wanted. They lose $35,000 that they didn't, you know what I'm saying, make back or get close to making back. And they know you're going to be at X, Y, and Z cause they booked your fucking hotel, and they might send a bitch over to you, or they might send, like, it's a million ways to set up a nigga, true. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you ain't from nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you fucking away from across the world and shit, and especially a new artist and motherfucker trying to get popping, you know what I'm saying? That, and then a lot of niggas die in their hometown, which is what happened to Mo3. You know what I'm saying? Like, he died in his hometown. You know what I mean? So it's just, I don't know, man. It's just a difficult job. You know what I'm saying? And again, you talking about street shit. You know what I'm saying? So you gonna have to like write a check for some of that shit sometime, and that's just the reality of it. So,
do you think it is room for like a lot more like Drakes?
Yeah, there's room for everything.
No, but I'm saying,
shit,
like,
niggas still gonna try Drake.
I feel like hip hop is very diverse. You know what I mean? It's all types of hip hop.
The most diverse it's ever been.
Exactly. But I still feel like who has the biggest chunk of the pie is still street rap.
I mean, that's because it's street rap is street rap. Rap comes from the street. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, so that's the origins of it.
But you have real niggas who come from the street, right? But then you have these fake niggas that act like they come from the street and they not. And I guess my question is, would it be okay for them niggas to be like, nah, you can just not rap about the streets. You can rap about, you know what? I think I just answered my own question because that just shows the lack of talent. If you gotta perpetrate a lifestyle that you don't really live in order to get popping, then, you know, that's just the lack of talent. So never mind. Forget that whole diatribe right there. But yeah, so listen, these rappers getting shot or killed is shit.
For sure.
I think we both can agree on that, man. And like, niggas just need to learn how to fight, shit. Bruh.
And then we just fight. Shit, even with that, niggas learn how to fight. It just, niggas are scared to take a fade. Niggas don't want to be on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, embarrassed. Like, I'd rather be embarrassed than fucking doing 30 years since I took a nigga life. You know what I'm saying? Like, the internet goes away in a year, you know what I'm saying? Or in a couple of days. Like, it might resurface if you get another beef, but shit, at least you here to goddamn handle that one, and you might beat that nigga the fuck up. Like, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, get your ass whooped. It's okay to get your ass whooped, shake back. Beat that nigga ass when you see him again. Or not.
Listen, I respect a nigga who got his ass whooped versus a nigga who didn't try to fight and just pulled out the fucking gun.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that
like,
shit
you
lame,
a bitch
man.
ass nigga.
Shit
Man,
lame.
we got... I just don't... I just can't really... We talk about like guns and protecting yourself and shit like that, but really that's the only reason. Like for me to have a gun, like it's to protect myself. I would give my gun back if everybody else did. Facts.
But until that happens, I'm keeping mine just because fair is fair.
I just feel like me ending somebody's life, it seems like a horrible thing to do. You know what I mean? Like,
for sure.
I'm not saying if I'm defending my life, but like niggas who out here that's just go out there shooting at niggas.
Yeah,
like you didn't impact that nigga, you impacted their whole family, everything.
Your whole family is mad.
Your whole family, because you gonna get locked up. Or if you don't get locked up, well, some niggas don't have a conscience either. So I was gonna say,
there's a lot of wild people out here, man. Like, it's some mentally sick out motherfuckers out here. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reality that you gotta deal with. Like, it's motherfuckers who are fucking sickos.
Listen,
and you gotta try to navigate through that shit. You know what I'm saying?
We talking about fucking killing people. Look, I'm trying to give you the insight to my train of thought. While we're talking about killing people, which is a fucked up thing to do, I was watching some shit where they're trying to make, serial killers are white men. Like 99% of them hoes is white men. And most of the time they like in their mid 30s, early 40s, serial killers, right? So they're trying to say like this black man by the name of Sam Little might be the most notorious serial killer out here. I think white people trying to change the narrative for serial killers. They talking about this nigga that killed over like 99 women. And
Ted Bundy killed like 170. What are we talking about?
Did he?
Hell yeah. Ted Bundy killed mad motherfuckers.
He did kill mad motherfuckers. He didn't kill that many though. I think he killed like something in the 50s. Nah,
that's definitely not true.
He didn't kill 170.
Watch. Ted Bundy murder victim. Talk amongst yourself.
Look, I'm Googling with you like they not on. And I'm on my phone like I'm not in front of a computer. How many people did
he confessed to 30 homicides.
Okay.
In 7 states. The true number of the victims is believed to be higher. Bundy was regarded as handsome, charismatic. Hold on.
Yeah. I listen, I watch true crime. I know about some fucking weirdos. Like, I know about all them niggas.
It was a really good show. I don't know if you ever saw the movie that was on Netflix about Ted Bundy. That shit was
I've seen a few movies about Ted Bundy.
This was actually
so it just
really good. It was,
one.
Zac Efron played him. Man, that shit was good as fuck.
Zac Efron is a pretty little man.
He's a handsome fella. And motherfucker like 4'3".
He is very short.
Yeah, they said possibly 100 or more. But his true body count is thought to be much higher, possibly 100 or more.
Ted Bundy used to have sex with you after he killed you.
And before.
But he was really a necrophiliac.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Ted Bundy was wild, bro. You should watch that movie. If you like true crime, you should really. It's like, and I've seen a million documentaries on Ted Bundy.
You can't. I don't know. Like,
nah, you haven't. If it's Zac Efron, like you would know if you've
seen the Zac Efron. Yeah.
Okay. Man, that shit was good as fuck.
That wasn't the best one. I'm gonna suggest the Ted Bundy movie for you if you want to see it.
Okay.
The best serial killer movie that I really loved was Monster with Charlize Theron, and she played Eileen Wuornos, a female serial killer. Check that out. She, I want to say she was nominated for an Oscar for that because she like totally transformed into this woman. Charlize Theron is gorgeous.
Yeah, she bad.
This serial killer lady was white trash. And she looked it. And however you think white trash look, that's how she looked. Like overweight, fucking bad skin, like Charlize Theron transformed into this lady. And that was my first insight to paying attention to Charlize Theron because like at the end of the movie and shit on this DVD or something, then they go into like some commentary shit and they show her and I was like, no way that's the same lady. Yeah, but shout out to Charlize Theron. Let's give out some advice, my guy. We are going out. All right. We're going to get into Ain't Shit 2 Cents. Ain't Shit 2 Cents is our listener letter segment where we give advice to people who don't care about taking advice from two people who are out of their mind right now. And today's letter, and this came in like 2 weeks ago, so sorry, guy. Today's letter is from J Anonymous, and he says, my wife is the most beautiful woman I've ever met. We've been married for 3 years, and we recently had my beautiful daughter 3 months ago. My wife used to be bad. I had a crush on her for years before I shot my shot. My wife was fine. I mean, like, fine. Like Instagram model fine. When she got pregnant with our daughter, she gained 60 pounds. Since she has had our daughter, I'm sure she has gained 20 more. She is a new mom, and I understand, but I feel like her weight is getting out of control. I love thick women, but she is becoming quite large. How do I tell my wife she needs to lose weight without hurting her feelings? And this is from J Anonymous.
Oh, I don't know, cuz. I don't know.
You just gave up on my man.
Yeah, I don't know, cuz. I got a wife and that weight shit is sensitive. I don't know. Just try to motivate her to exercise with you and shit. Like, yeah, like, I don't know. And eat right. Just gradually, like, slowly just introduce new healthy living styles or some shit like that. Like, that's the only thing I can tell you. Cause otherwise, like, you can't just comment on a woman weight, cause that shit is a whole nother fucking thing. I ain't got, no. That's it. That's all I got for you now.
My man got PTSD right now, man. You got
PTSD
right now? I said you got PTSD right now.
I mean, not necessarily PTSD. I just know I tread lightly. You know what I mean? Like, I have a wife that, discusses her weight, and, it's just a woman's insecurities. You know what I mean? Like, and I think she looks good. You know what I'm saying? But she thinks that she needs to lose X, Y. So I just support whatever. You know what I mean? And we can go, she go exercise, I go with her. You know what I'm saying? Or if I go exercise, I'll ask her to join. You know what I'm saying? That's it. Best thing you could do. For me, that works.
Hey, that was real. That was real. That was very real. And you could tell that came from a husband. Listen, bruh, like, this lady just pushed X pounds and X ounces out of her vagina. She ain't trying to hear none of that. I would go a little bit deeper and ask you, like, how is her mood and shit? Because she could possibly be going through postpartum.
That's true, too.
And just eating her way through it. You know what I'm saying? So it may be something deeper than just the weight. I would like to know, too, like, has she said anything about it? B said, his wife has discussed her weight. And, has she said anything about it? I don't think that you can really come out and say anything. I think B Hill has some great suggestions when he said, encourage, eating healthy and working out. But I would look into some of those other things. And, I'm not a mother, and I'm not a mother for all of these things that we read here. But for a woman to want to take on that responsibility, it's like, shit, I just fucking made a human inside of me. I'm going through some shit. My body don't feel the same. She probably feeling fucking insecure because women know you probably ain't looking at her the same. So, encourage her in some way and fucking take the kid. I don't know if, I don't know what y'all parenting duties are or how y'all splitting that shit out, but, take the kid and be like, babe, go out and, go to the gym, get some fucking endorphins, fucking go to the spa or something like that so that she getting out the house or whatever. And if you think that is more than that, like I said, maybe some postpartum or something like that, maybe she needs to see a professional about that to figure out how to get through that. And I'm learning that more women than not go through postpartum depression after having a child. So you're not only sacrificing your body, you're sacrificing your whole mind and your whole fucking well-being. So I get it. She might not look like an Instagram model, but look what she just did for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we gotta work our way around it. I get it. The body reacts to what the body reacts to. If your body not reacting the way that it used to, but just try to be a little bit more understanding, a little bit more helpful. And, the moral of the story is I don't think you can just come out and say it. Like, you can't say that.
Yeah, just cause it's a lot. Let's go. Let's go. Let's put the baby in the stroller and take a little jog around the neighborhood.
Yeah, go like for a walk. Make that shit romantic too. Like, let's go for a walk. Like, let's go for some walks. You know what I'm saying? And if she was a fitness person before, or I don't know how she kept her body. Could have been manufactured. I don't know. And especially in this day and age. But if she was a fitness person before, then possibly that will get her to wanting to go work out more and going back to what she remember her life being like, prior to pushing the fucking turkey out. So, hit us up. Let us know how that went. J Anonymous. And if any of y'all want any of this A1 advice, hit us up at the Ain't Shit Show at gmail.com. That's an X where the I will be. You let him get ready on the show. Let's wrap this bitch up with some free smoke. Free smoke. You ready to get into that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. Free smoke is where we talk about any hot button issues, personal topics, anything politics, petty, whatever we want to talk about. And today is just some lifestyle things that have come up since the last time that me and B Hill recorded. That has come up either on the internet or in personal conversations, and I wanted to kind of give a little bit of insight on it. So allegedly, B.O.B. he got a woman pregnant. The woman told him that she was pregnant. B.O.B. said, I do not want to be a father. And the woman had the baby. B.O.B. pays child support, and this is all alleged. B.O.B. pays child support, and B.O.B. the rapper, singer, pop star. What do we classify B.O.B.? What is B.O.B.? Is B.O.B. a rapper?
Yeah, all the above.
Yeah, Atlanta, B.O.B. from Atlanta. And he pays child support, but he's not in the child's life, like, at all. The debate on the internet was, is he wrong for that? What are your thoughts on that?
I mean, yeah, I feel like if you were, if you had sex with her and did all that, like, you gotta understand that that's just a byproduct of sex. I understand that you don't want to be a father, but there's a way to become a father, and it's by fucking. And you fucked and you nutted inside of a woman, and a miraculous thing happened, which is called a child. So now you, regardless of what you're still responsible for your actions, and that's just a byproduct of your action. And I mean, if you ain't gonna take care of it, you can't make nobody do what they don't want to do. But he's definitely wrong. But at the same time, it is what it is. You can't get blood from a turnip. You know what I'm saying? So, just gotta take his ass to court and get that money and take care of your kid and let him know.
Well, he pays the child support, and so that's kind of
weird. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, if that's all you can do, that's all you can do. You can't make a motherfucker do nothing. You know what I'm saying?
My conundrum was a little bit different. So one, I'm the type of person, before I get into my side, because it might be shocking the sides that we're on with this as far as this particular discussion. But I personally don't understand how anyone can know that they have a person that has their blood running through their veins that they made and not care at all about.
Oh, it's easy.
Like,
it's easy. Not for me, but it's a lot of motherfuckers out there. It's easy for.
Personally, the way that I'm built, I can't imagine that. I don't understand that. However, in this particular scenario, I kind of feel like he made it clear at a point in time, allegedly, I don't know. He made it clear at a point in time what he did not want to do, where this young lady could have terminated her pregnancy if she wanted to. Now they both get to do what they want to do. And apparently she said, I want this child, which she has every right to do. And he's kind of like, I already told you what was up with me. However, here's the money to support the child. So there's that financial backing, but not that emotional connection or that actual raising of that child. And he's like, I'm good. So I kind of see it like, I mean, he told her what was up. He told her who he was. Mm-hmm. So why am I wrong for being exactly who I told you I was?
Yeah, I mean,
it'd be different if he lied or, you know, XYZ. Different things mean different things to different people. And apparently something like this ain't something big on his fucking priority list.
Yeah, that's what I said. I mean, you can't make him do it. You know what I'm saying? You can't make nobody do nothing. You know what I'm saying? The only thing you can make him do is pay, and he's paying. So
yeah. So I'm just like, I don't necessarily think he's wrong, because I feel like a lot of times when you have the whole deadbeat dad situation, it's because a nigga done damn lied and scammed his way. But if you straight up like, look, this is not what I want. This is not what I'm going to engage in. So if you decide to have this child, you on your own. At least he made that shit clear, you know? Mm-hmm. Next. So Justin Bieber's pastor, was fired for cheating on his wife. Mm-hmm.
Carl Lentz.
I forget how, yes. I couldn't think of his name for shit. Yes, so he was fired. Do you think that is warranted for that position? Do you think that was valid?
Nah. If Christianity is based on forgiveness, and if Jesus died for your sins, he know you was gonna make it. You was gonna fuck up. He's human just like anybody else. So while I think he may have stepped down from his position, I don't think the church should have like fired him and did this whole like anti-fucking him campaign. You know what I mean? Like, this is what you're supposed to do. He's weak and made a mistake. So as a Christian and a Christian faith-based institution, y'all shouldn't turn your back on him. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the time that you offer him help and offer him love, which is what Jesus would do, right? And so that shit was lame to me. That's why I'm cool on fucking big religion and all that shit like that.
So the funny thing about this is I think that we have different opinions, but we still land in the same spot. So I feel like based on your fucking hypocritical fucking rules of Christianity, then it's totally in line with what should have happened. You go up there and you preach these words of like, everybody needs to be perfect. Everybody needs to fall in line. Everybody needs to do these certain things in order to be a good Christian. And if you're the maestro and you're up there leading this whole flock, then what you signed up for is to be even more perfect than you telling these people to be. So when you fuck up, yeah, you gotta go because you messed the fuck up. But that's based on their hypocritical rules, because they preach one thing of love and forgiveness and shit like that. But everybody knows that organized religion is the most like judgy people. Like anytime you mess up, none of us are perfect. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of, I'm just like, this is what you signed up for. You knew the gospel that you were preaching. So I feel like based on the rules that y'all set up for y'all organization, you definitely deserve to be fired. That's where I land on that one.
I mean, I can get with it. I don't think he deserves, but looking at it from the other like side of it, this is what you're supposed to bring in. Yeah, I mean, it's basically the same thing. We're saying the same thing. Yeah,
that's why I say I think we're going to discuss it differently, but we still landed in the same fucking place. You know what I'm saying? Like, we both saying like, that's why we not really religious people.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
cool.
We spiritual people.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
So you know that Pam from Total was married to homeboy married to Centoya Long. I'm looking for his name because I have it right here. Jamie Long.
Mm-hmm.
And he got married to Centoya Brown, you know, the young lady who was locked up for killing her fucking sex trafficker. And now she's out. So he was married to Total from Escape. And Total, Pam, who, let's be honest, we all thought was gay.
Did you say he was married from Total, from Escape?
Right. Shit is scrambled.
That was crazy. That was awesome. He was married to Total, from Escape. And my dumb ass ain't even catch. I'm like, show up.
Look, you running it back to me and shit. We're
like,
we have a new president, y'all. We have a black.
I'm thinking of songs and shit. Like, what song Total Escape? That's funny as hell. Oh man, I love weed. Weed is great.
Weed is awesome. But Pam, when they first got together, she was doing this, oh girl, I'm just trying to tell you woman to woman type shit. This ain't the nigga you want. He a fucking manipulator. He a fucking scammer. And then she went into basically alleging that he either sexually abused her in some way, shape, or form. And she came out today, or not today, this week, Monday, and said that she basically lied and said that he never sexually abused her in any type of way.
Well, that's lame.
With that being said, what should happen? Should you have to face charges when you make fake claims against somebody, especially of like sexual abuse or sexual assault?
Hell yeah, because nobody's even talking about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit ain't even news. Like, that's the fucked up part about it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, had that shit was, say, you know, maybe some bigger celebrities or bigger names, like, that shit would have been the run until that man locked up and whatever. And then she comes back out and claims that he didn't do it. Then they like, oh yeah, she said she ain't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just, and then on to the next. You know what I mean? Like, that shit is fucked up. So hell yeah, I think she should certainly fucking, for false claims, like, shit, hell yeah. You should be put in a database and you should be fucking prosecuted.
You should be put in a database.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think that is truly fucked up.
Life.
That shit can ruin somebody's life.
Real.
It can ruin somebody's life. And what makes me mad about it is because statistically they say out of the women who allege rape or any type of sexual abuse, only 2% are false claims.
Mm-hmm.
So what you actually do when you do shit like this is go ahead and further the narrative. What a lot of people already think is like, it's like 80-20 or some shit on the side of the nigga didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? So you make it bad for motherfuckers who have actually been a victim of fucking sexual assault, sexual abuse.
Right.
And I'm just like, I personally feel like if it can be proven, like if a person comes out or like there's like clear cut evidence, because don't get it twisted, our legal system is fucked up, and you add on some minorities to that, a woman, a black, it gets even more fucked up as you add on fucking titles to that. So, you know, I don't think that, you know, if you allege that somebody raped you and that person didn't get convicted, that you should just, that automatically mean you lied and you should face some type of time. But if there is clear cut evidence, you admit it, whatever, and saying that is false, I think you should have to do whatever time that person would have had to have done if convicted.
Right. I agree.
Because that's fucked up. I feel like, it's certain shit you just don't put on the motherfucker. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, and that's one of them. Like, you shouldn't put that on anyone.
That's a fact.
If that didn't happen, because that shit you can't come back from. Right. If a motherfucker tell me that you fucking sexually violated them, I can't look at you the same.
And
I don't even know if I can interact with you. Even if it
ain't true, like, you still gonna be like, that motherfucker said, like, they be saying, bro, be raping bitches. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Shit
And then when I come talk to you, and even if your story real, but it don't sound convincing, my fucking eyebrow raise like,
and even if you acquitted, you can be like, yeah, I remember that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's still gonna be attached to you regardless of, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, but that motherfucker that's gonna have to say, you know, shoot you bail. Like, oh nah, that motherfucker got acquitted. That shit, that bitch was lying. But it's still you know what I mean? It's still the conversation surrounding your name. That shit's fucked up.
Nah, yeah, that shit is super fucked up. And, you know, I would love to know, like, what was her motivation for that? Was she just jealous? Was she jealous of this chick that just got out of jail? Yeah. Like, where your self-esteem at? Get yourself together.
Damn, you like bitches anyway. You act like, you won't even know for the long haul. You look like you gay as fuck.
Go ahead and snack on you a cat, girl. Like, what are you doing out here? Like, you worried about some nigga fucking some ex-con? Like, what the fuck? Like, like, I don't know what that was about, but that's some fucked up shit. And karma is out here. She's working all 2020. Trump got his. Wayne got his.
Yeah.
Don't fuck up and get yours. Like, don't put that on nobody. Certain shit, like I said, you just shouldn't allege of anybody. One more topic I wanted to get on. So their NBA YoungBoy has a new video. And he like dancing between his homeboy's legs. And everyone is like, what the fuck? Like, that's gay. Da 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 da. Jack Black comes out with a video of him doing the WAP challenge. He's in a Speedo. He's in water. He's acting like Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion, flopping all over the place and being very Jack Black. And everyone is like, oh, I love him. He's so funny. XYZ. It wasn't even my thought until I was in the comments and someone said, if a black man was doing this, y'all would be calling him gay. But when a white man does it, y'all adore everything about him. And I started to think about that a little bit. And I placed any black guy known, like, that's not like a pure comedian, like goofy ass comedian in that position. And I was like, they might be right.
And it's no black man that can do that. Like, extremely goofy, like, no black man can do that shit. Like, I mean, yeah, cause he had panties on or some shit?
Yeah, like a Speedo on.
Yeah, nah, I don't want to see, like, there's no point in you doing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's weird. White people have a different take of comedy though. Like, they be talking about sucking dick and all type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just go to the fucking extreme. There's a certain, like, je ne sais quoi that comes with, like, white humor and shit. Like, they just enjoy gay shit. You know what I mean? Like,
no, you're absolutely right. Like, I feel like it. So I feel like white people, although they don't like gay people, they do a lot, like white men do a lot of gay shit that they call just normal. I.e. the circle jerk.
Yeah, they do.
I.e. fucking each other and acting like
saying
it's
that they be
practice for when
sucking
they
cock
get a
and
girl.
shit. Like, that shit is, like, I was listening to a podcast today and they were talking about, like, it was a joke. He was like, yeah, we were all there just ready to suck cock. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? But everybody in the room dying laughing. You know what I'm saying? Cause, like, they just enjoy, like, white, like, it's just different and gay. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. It's weird.
Why can't we? And like I said, I thought about it the same way. And I was like, they're absolutely right. Like, if I saw whatever flurry of black celebrity males that popped into my head in that same position, I'll be like, oh, nah. And then go back to the whole NBA YoungBoy. Did you see that video?
Yeah, don't dance between the nigga legs, though. That's wild.
Listen, I feel like it's the fruit off a Young Thug tree. I feel like the thing that bothers me about hip hop is that it's these same niggas that's doing the gay shit that's doing the gay bad shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand it. Like, who do you think? Have you seen these fucking Balenciaga? Like, you know the Balenciaga sock shoe, right?
Mm-hmm. That
shoe everybody was wearing. And now they have the Balenciaga, like a heel, has like a heel on it.
Mm-hmm.
You seen that shit? Yeah. And it was the young boy, some nigga, I don't know him, who had the shits on. Talking about, but they Balenciaga though. Nigga, they heels.
No, niggas, I mean, but niggas be wearing them little fucking like New Durango type shits. The little fucking, you know what I'm talking about?
No.
You know them little boots that all like the niggas be thinking they fly in and shit. Like, they got the little mesh on the side and they got the little slight heel and they like pointed and they like nubuck. You know exactly. Like all the
like the Chelsea boots?
I don't know what a Chelsea boot is. What is a Chelsea boot?
Okay. Y'all know
it's like the
I think we talking about the same thing.
Yeah, I'm about to look it up.
I think we talking about the same thing. I think you're talking about the Chelsea boot.
It's like with all the the dudes, the niggas be wearing and all the girls be kind of wearing like the lesbian girls when they try to get fly type shit. Yeah, it's like this fucking shit. I hate these guys.
It's a Chelsea boot.
Oh,
right?
fuck it. I hate Chelsea boots. I hate them.
Yeah, Chelsea boots.
Chelsea boots is the fucking worst. I hate them shit so much. Like, goddamn, I hate that. But like, that's like, them shits them shits is trash. I hate them, man. I fucking hate them. Like, I'll never get to a point in my life where I'm wearing a fucking Chelsea boot. I don't give a goddamn. That's just me though. But, I don't even know what we're talking about. What were we talking about?
So, we were talking about the fact that this young nigga had on heels and he like his Balenciaga, so fuck y'all niggas. And NBA YoungBoy dancing between his homeboy legs. And I agree. Like, I agree that the shit all look gay. And I do. But I advocate. So like, I advocate for the right for anyone to explore their sexuality as long as they are transparent with those who need to know. Right? As long as you are transparent with those who need to know, like, if your lifestyle may be a little bit more riskier in whatever way, like you might want to tell your partner so that they know what they're getting into. Mm-hmm. That's my only thing. But like, again, it goes back to the niggas who gay bashing doing the gay shit. Like they be on Lil Nas X ass, pause, all the time. They always on Lil Nas X. But y'all gotta give it up to Lil Nas X because he just do whatever the fuck he wants to.
Gay as fuck.
He don't care about what y'all think.
I appreciate that.
And that's dope. That's energy right there. You out here wearing heels but being mad at a nigga for being gay is fucking weird to me.
Makes sense to me.
Like, what are y'all out here doing? But it is some homophobia. And I don't even want to call it homophobia because I would just be like, that nigga gay and move along. I don't have no animosity towards it. But I do believe, like, if a black man was doing the whole Jack Black thing, niggas would be like, oh, nah. Idris Elba out there doing the Jack Black.
Yeah, nah.
Tay Diggs out there.
Well, Tay Diggs done did some weirdo shit and niggas was roasting.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's why I brought up Tay Diggs.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And he don't give a fuck though. So I don't, man, just live your goddamn life. That shit is weird. Niggas is weirdos. In all varieties, and all type of fucking, and all type of who they like. Niggas is weirdos all together. But white folks is especially weird because they like fucking mad homosexual act, like comedy and shit. Like, it's weird.
They do. They do, bro.
I was thinking about Andy Dick when he was in fucking old school. He was teaching the women how to suck a dick and shit. He was like, he had them fucking carrots. He was like, who's hungry? Who's hungry? But Andy Dick used to always do some gay ass shit, you know what I mean?
Andy Dick was super fucking gay. Like, I remember he went like to a hot dog factory or some shit.
Yeah.
Like,
packed his butt and shit. Okay.
I'm like, this nigga is wild. Y'all, we need to wrap this baby up. And I want to thank y'all for listening. Y'all know y'all can check us out on our website. You can learn about me. You can learn about B, at theaintshitshow.com. That's the X where the I will be. for y'all people who are new and just listening to us today. And follow us on social, man. Leave comments, rate, whatever to get us up there so that we can perform every week and be paid for that shit. But on that note, next week is Thanksgiving. We are not recording. I don't even think I told B that before this show. So we apologize, but then we got y'all for a couple, and then y'all know we go on hiatus right before the new year. So that's what's going on. I didn't mean to leave y'all in the dark. Rest in peace to my friend Antoinette.
For sure.
Love you. Enjoy your wings. And also condolences to Jamie and her people and, you know, anybody who has lost anything or lost somebody. And y'all know I like to end this show with a quote. And today's quote is, not all storms come to disrupt your life. Some come to clear your path. And until the week after Thanksgiving, I want y'all to manifest y'all destiny. Make sure y'all wash your hands, use a mask, Black Lives Matter. And fuck whoever vandalized the marathon store.
That's
you heard about that?
Yeah, y'all some bitch ass niggas. That's a fact.
Hey, that's messed up.
White devils, whoever the fuck it was.
I'm leaning where I'm leaning, okay?
Rip nip.